We're digging into the passport bro debate, the hot topic all over YouTube and social media and in the black community. Some black men say they're tired of dating, the dating scene in the U.S., and feel judged for not having enough money, status, or credentials. They believe going overseas gives them more respect and a chance to love with women who hold traditional values. They argue that the passport bros are romanticizing stereotypes, chasing submission, and sometimes taking advantage of power and money and differences between countries. Others say this movement unfairly paints black women as too difficult or too influenced by feminism, which feeds harmful stereotypes. At the same time, there are real questions about motives. Are men truly seeking love or just escaping problems at home? And what happens when culture clashes or unrealistic expectations catch up? I'm gonna start off by playing this video. Came across this video. Shout out to Trev for sending it to me, which is making an excellent discussion. But I'm gonna play this video for context. They said some interesting things, and then we're gonna unpack it. Sound like a plan?
About it. The passport bros, the niggas that you prey on dumb, ill-equipped women to make your wife, bro, you a weak ass nigga.
Let me say this, right? Let me throw
and this coming from a nigga that date old women.
No, let me throw devil's advocate, right? I feel you on getting an American woman, especially if you...
it's not that. She don't have to be American. I don't want that to be the thing. You're praying, you're going, you didn't, hold on. It's not like he's saying, I'm gonna go to Italy, I'm gonna go to France, I'm gonna go to one of these established countries. You're going to a third world country to find a woman that can't tell you what's 2 + 2, and you're gonna bring her back here and treat her like shit for the rest of your life because it's your concubine. You wanna treat her like a concubine because you never had no power nowhere else. So now you're gonna exert your power over this woman.
I would agree with everything. The reason I don't want that narrative to flourish, because in the 90s, when you were young, and SO knows, you weren't alive yet, Ghost, the #1 movie was How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
Ghost was alive, they didn't say anything.
And it's the same shit. Oh, I can't do it. I need to.
Let him talk. Let him cook.
Yeah.
Let him cook. I ain't got nothing to say.
You dead ass?
I'm deadass.com.
Oh my God.
No, I can't. The men ain't treating me right in America. She went to Jamaica,
Jamaica's a third world country?
Yes.
Would you live there?
Jamaica? I'm asking you.
Yes.
Yo, bro.
Yes.
Okay.
There's parts of
Montego Bay is third world like a motherfucker.
Montego Bay is third world?
You damn right.
I be having a good time.
There's no way you're gonna justify high-earning women going to Jamaica.
How do you know they was high earning? Some of them bitches are CPN.
No, that's high earning. So
a CNA is a high earning job?
Yes.
All right, man. All right, man.
And they let these dudes put a plastic bag on their pipe and smash. Ain't no different than a man going to a third world country and getting a chick that don't speak no English. That's the same equivalency of debauchery.
It's bullshit, right? So if you look at the numbers thing, there's not the number of women doing that is way less than the niggas that are going over to poor, impoverished countries, snatching a woman away and destroying the rest of her life. A woman going down
Why they destroying her life? Maybe they take her to a better life. But go ahead, finish your story.
How do you destroy a chick that has to wait 9 hours for her electricity to come on?
But go ahead, Mouse.
I don't know. You could take away her rights. You can beat on her. You can tell her she has no sexual agency. You can treat her like literal shit. I think she would go back to her country.
But why do we have to do it like that? Maybe I just want to take a good woman and treat her good.
So why you couldn't do that here? Why you specifically went over there?
The same reason Stella went to get her back blown out by Jamaicans.
These bitches.
She didn't go there for that, I don't think.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Ez, I'm going to go ahead and start with you first, man. What do you think about what they said on there? Maybe you got some experience. I don't know, man, but what do you think?
Well, I don't see any issue with a guy making a decision to utilize his rights that other races of men have been using for years to find love. Now, I would never promote womanizing, whether it's here or abroad. I just would never personally promote that. But if you think about the whole mail order bride environment from years ago, and I'm talking from someone who worked in an industry and housing where I've signed several leases for guys who are in the military who are saying, hey, I need to add my new wife to the lease. She's coming in from the Philippines. She's coming in from Thailand. I've done these leases for these gentlemen. None of these men were black who I'm signing these leases for. It was never a problem. It was never an issue. They were never shamed for it. They were seen as being adventurous. They were even seen as being romantic. And then pandemic comes, and then this new term passport bro comes out, and the black man starts to utilize his same right that every other race of men has, and now all of a sudden it's a problem. So it just makes me wonder, like, why is that? Why is it a problem when we do it? Or is it a problem when we do it? When really all the passport bro has done is cut out the middleman, the agency that provides the woman, and just goes to the country to get the woman. So just for the mere fact that I'm a strong believer that I'm pro men and pro fairness, and if everyone else can do it, we should have that same right. I personally have no issue with the Western woman. It can be complex, but I don't have an issue with it. But if a man wants to utilize his rights to go get a woman abroad, and not all of these women abroad are destitute, all due respect. Some of these women are educated. Some of these women know multiple languages. So not everyone that they are going to see abroad are women who are, like, let's say, are seen as low class. So bottom line, other races of men have done it for decades. Now more and more brothers are trying to do it. If that's what they want to do, they should have the same liberties and freedoms that every other men have with no shame. That's my thoughts on that.
All right, go ahead, Dope. What are your thoughts? I'll mute just so you let me there you go. Can't hear you. All right. I'll come right back to you. Go ahead, Chels.
I'm what it is, man. If go to wherever you want to, date whoever you want to. Life is hard enough as it is without being forced to deal with people you don't want to deal with. I don't know too much about the passport bros. I don't travel a lot, so I don't know what their experience is. I have had a few public conversations about the topic before and heard different perspectives. The only thing that I've heard from the people that I've spoken to that purport to be passport bros, it's not so much that they go to other countries and find the women that they like. It's that they shit on black women in order to express their perspective. So date who you want to date, but if you don't fuck with black women, then okay, cool, don't fuck with them.
All right, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think the guy in the video sound like a hoe. Oh my God, I think he think like a woman. In and out, I can tell like he think like a woman. Because like, why are you projecting? Why are you saying that these guys are going over to seas to date women who's stupid, like who just don't have agency and things like that? Like, these guys are going over there for different reasons. Some of them going for sex tourism, right? Some of them going just to buy for pussy. But a lot of those women over there are smarter than the niggas that's going over there, and they getting finessed. Like, a lot of those women are prostitutes, and a lot of those women is going to acting like good girls and whatever to get the money out of those guys. But any man can go anywhere to date, to find women if he wanted to. I never thought about it. I never ever thought about it. I probably went to Africa. I don't went to South Africa. I heard a woman over there is beautiful. I'd have, went to South Sudan. I'd have probably tried it. But yeah, I don't understand the projection and trying to, like, if guys would think that the women, if they having a hard time over here, then go somewhere else. If you think if it ends up being easier for you to connect with women or to get compliance out of the woman over there, cool. The woman over here got money. They got first world problems. You might go and find a woman who I just want a man who can take care of me. Perfect, match made in heaven. You take care of her. All she wants is for you to pay the bills. She'll clean up. She'll do all the, this, that, and the third. She take care of the kids. No complaints. That's all she probably wanted her entire life. So her parents probably told her to look for is a man who can pay the bills. You can do that. Perfect. Y'all, like, why are we mad that niggas are going wherever they want to go? It's like when women say it, I get it. It comes from an insecurity. You feel like you're not enough. You feel like men are telling you that you're not enough, so they're going somewhere else. So they're telling you that you're too much. But for a man to kind of think that way, I don't know. It's just a little gay. But yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go to you, Hink. I know you like a question. Are men who marry women overseas just looking for someone easier to control?
I don't know about that control shit. I don't think that's the reason why they looking for it. Or they doing it. I don't think it's for control. I just think they looking for something different. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. Look, I had an issue with it at first. Then I had to sit back and think and see and pay attention to what's going on. I said, I don't blame them. Interracial dating, I had an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? But seeing what our sons and our nephews and our little cousins, our younger brothers may have to deal with, some fellas are even at my age, they have to deal with, man, they want some more options. So why not put the numbers on your side? If that means you got to go out of the country to do it, then so be it, man. I don't care. I have no problem with it, man. I used to give them shit, give them a hard time, like, what the fuck these losers doing? Too many beautiful women. But then I got to think, yeah, I just got lucky. And not everybody's getting lucky. Some dudes are running to a lot of goddamn frogs, man. And they tired of dealing with it. So they want to increase the numbers. They go out of the country, overseas, wherever they go to get it. Do what they do, man. I don't blame them, man. Stack the deck. Do what you got to do, man. Get the best what you want.
I'm coming to you, Willie. Do American women really treat men worse than foreign women do?
Yeah. In the West, they do. And I mean, there's not even an argument to be made against that. So absolutely they do, because they can get away with it.
Can I break that down a little bit more for the people?
It's simple. I mean, women in the West get away with murder. Only in the West can a woman tell a man what she's not gonna do, what he better do, and if he don't do it, she can take half his shit. Only in the West are the court systems skewed for women. Or only in the West are women allowed to have the same type of autonomy that they want to have as adults, but then in the same time are not held accountable or given the same responsibility or a level of accountability that as men are. So I mean, it's the West. Like it's just Western culture for that. Like we've empowered women to be, have all these rights and cool things they can do, but then they have no responsibility for them. Like, a lot of countries, the fact that women can vote and then also not be drafted should tell you everything you need to understand about women in the West.
All right. Go ahead, Law. I think came off the mic.
Yeah, man. I find myself agreeing with a lot of what the brother's saying, man. Look, if you want to go somewhere else, bro, and you think that's going to better your chances, by all means, go ahead. But going back to the mail order bride, I remember that from when I was young. Older cats that I used to work with, and again, they wasn't brothers. You know what I'm saying? This is when I was living down south, and they literally would have. I knew ladies that were male, like maybe 5 that worked in the same place. Right? This is when I lived down south, and they would be from Turkey and all other places, and it literally was a magazine, like a back page type deal. You'd go in, and they'd have ads in there, and you can literally get a wife out of the magazine. But people think nowadays, since it's in their algorithm, they think it's the only place that it's happening, right? So now they target the passport bros, black dude's the only one doing it, blah, blah, blah. This is nothing new. It's not new at all. You know what I mean? It's just in your algorithm. And so now you think you got something to talk about. How you think all these, a lot of these foreign ladies got here just like that. You know what I mean? And it happens both ways. You got brothers that, go over in the military and start complete families overseas and then bring them back. So, I mean, it is what it is. Maybe if y'all wasn't as hostile to some of these brothers, you wouldn't have to worry about them going over to, Vietnam and all these other places and bringing home women that don't look like you. But that's it.
All right. Go ahead, Jace.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was going to say something real fast. One of the oldest and, and most famous passport bro is my senator in my state, Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell's wife is a freaking mail order bride. He's a damn passport bro. So, look, We know these white boys been doing it for a long time. They've been doing it forever.
Melania.
So now, yes, so now these brothers are starting to get in and they're starting to get the passports and do the same thing. What's the deal? I just think some of the sisters don't like it because they got more competition that they really can't compete with. I think that's what it is.
Hank, why do you think they can't compete with them?
Because they got bad attitudes. And when you got bad attitude, nobody wants to deal with that. Now you got some dudes that are turned on by a woman, got a little pushback, want to fight them and get into. But we know what those type of dudes are. We dealt with one on Sunday. His name is OTC. That's the type of dudes that like to be beat up on or push back and talk crazy to, and he's okay with it. He probably like to be spanked for all we know. I know. I'm gonna stop. But we know dudes are like that, man. And so that's cool. Let them dudes deal with them trash ass women. Fellas want good, wholesome women who's about their business, who respects and understands what a man's purpose is, what it's all about. And unfortunately, it's not enough for them to choose from. So they got to go overseas to do it.
And these bad hoes cost real money in America now. They cost money. They cost real. Like you go overseas, the bad hoes ain't this expensive.
Yeah, because the whole inflation hasn't hit over there yet. That's the difference.
I mean, they keep going over there, it's gonna hit, but
why would average men not want to go to a place where their average is seen as above average and the women that they are looking for are significantly more desirable than the women who are telling them that they are average, that their average isn't good enough for, that they really don't have access to? Like it's a no-brainer for those men. The problem that, and I don't understand how women have an issue with passport bros when the only men who are doing this are the 80% of niggas they don't even want no way. The top 20% of niggas are having their way in America, so we not going nowhere. We're not flying to the DR to get bitches, or we not going to Colombia to get the mail order brides. We get everything we want from women in America. So if that's the case, I have no idea why women are so mad about what the niggas they don't want are doing. That's almost as like silly as a woman being mad about a gay nigga not wanting to date women. Like that's not the man you want anyway. So why do you care what they're doing?
That's facts.
All right, go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I agree with everything that y'all, pretty much saying with going overseas. I do go overseas for a good time with, women, but at the same time, it's more so, they smile at you, they willing to just hang out with you. Women in the West are transactional, just like women overseas. I'm paying a lot more to go out with you, to hang out with you, to take you places here than I'm going to pay to just give you $250, $300 overseas and I spend the day with you, that type of thing. So it all just depends on what you're looking for. But, in terms of long term, I would rather have somebody from the West just because they understand my culture, all those things. But in terms of a good time, yeah, I'll go overseas for a good time.
It's like why do people buy they liquor before they come back into the States? Duty free, right?
Free.
You know
duty free, big dog.
It's duty free. Getting duty free prices when you go over there, baby. So, same deal.
All right. Go ahead, M. White.
Yeah, I agree with Shells and Law, and I think everybody who said that they who you want, you just don't gotta attack black women on your way out. That's pretty much it. It makes sense to go where you're gonna be appreciated. I wouldn't expect nobody to sit around and be looked down on or not dated or not just looked at like they had any marketing in the dating pool. That's a rough place to be in. So I would assume they would do what's best for them. I don't got no issue with it whatsoever.
But why can't people speak on their experience? Like if a woman was like, yo, black men are this, that, and the third. Like I can't do it. Or I've dated black men all my life, and I've just been running into this, that, and the third. I would not be upset with her. I would say, you know what, I have compassion for you because there's a lot of us that aren't like that, and I feel sorry that you had to go through that. Maybe you've made the wrong choices. Maybe you don't know how to vet, but I would never be like, well, bitch, you don't gotta say shit about us. Like I'm never gonna be on no time like that. So
why would it? So once you decide that you no longer dating American women, what's the point in discussing them at this point? You didn't say they not for me. So
because
why
people ask you to. People say, why don't you? Why if they see a black guy with a white woman, they say, why you with a white woman? It may not be everybody, but a lot of people think that way. So when you are constantly criticizing people for the choices they make in dating, and then when he tells you, well, I don't date black women because y'all, not you, but women act like that's an attack on them when he's just characterizing the behavior of black women that has turned him off from dating them. Like so anytime you criticize black people, it's almost like you're putting your hands on them.
So let me ask you this. Most of the time, because that's a fairly reasonable explanation. If somebody asks you why you're not dating them, then yeah, I would understand that. But most of the time, especially like around the space, do these be unprompted questions, or do somebody be like, so why don't you XYZ?
It's in the conversation. Like anytime passport bros have a conversation, the why they became a passport bro is going to be pertinent and relevant information in that conversation. And a derivative of that conversation is always going to be, well, what did you not like about American women or Western women that brought you over here? If it's a black guy, and we typically, we've seen the statistics prove that we're fiercely loyal to black women. If it's a black guy, and knowing that we prefer black women as our first choice, if you ask that man why he's not dating them, he's going to have to explain because they're combative. They be crying in the comments all the time. They glorify all this other all the things you hear those guys saying. And then the fact that it's not just like one group of passport bros, or like it's all of them say the same thing. They're not all going to be lying, bro, because they're talking from their experiences.
But also, let's say that nobody asked. Let's say it's unprompted, right? And we just, and not even, I don't do it, but I got a woman. But let's say it's unprompted, and those guys are frustrated, and they're just like, yo, I want to vent. I want to say how I feel, and maybe I don't even want to have to go over here. Maybe I really do want to date the women that I have here, but I'm so frustrated. I'm talking about it. What's wrong with that? They're expressing themselves. Like I don't understand.
Wait, real dope. Aren't you the same person that be like, I'm sick of this victim mentality? Don't you always talk about the victim mentality?
But no, this is completely different. This is completely different. Like a victim mentality is you always somebody's holding you down and keeping you from doing something. A passport bro, by virtue of leaving the country and going to find a woman, they're not a victim. They're doing something about their circumstance, right? They're taking an action. Y'all niggas don't go and move to Africa. Y'all stay here and y'all complain. Like, y'all be like, oh, the white go to Africa. Like, go be happy and get a hut and all that. But yeah, they being actionable. They actually taking a step, so it's a little different.
Let me ask y'all this question: if American men are the most accommodating to women, does that make them weak or disrespectful?
Does it make them what?
Weak or disrespectful?
Weak.
Yeah, if you're accommodating to someone who generally mistreats you, doesn't respect you, and doesn't view you as anything outside of your utility, and you accommodate them, I mean, I wouldn't say it makes you weak. I'd say it makes you a fool. But since that wasn't an option, fool is not too far from weak to me.
All right, let's go ahead and get Trev's take on this. Go ahead, Trev.
So I was kind of with Hank on it initially, where I didn't really know much about it. I couldn't understand why cats were like, damn, why the hell you driving or flying thousands of miles away chasing behind a female or whatever. But I was intrigued by it, so I did some investigations and talked to a lot of people who were doing it. She went to a couple countries to see like what the cultures are in real life. And what I found was that the women, they just have a different type of energy, period. You know how like you go from state to state, you're like, okay, down to ATL, they're this way. Go up in New York, they're this way. When you go overseas, it's like a different world.
No, I got it.
There's a lot of dudes who leave altogether, expats, just because you can get a house, like a banging house, in some places for 50 to 100,000, 4 or 5 bedroom, right? It's a completely different lifestyle. Food cheaper. people don't hold up the walls in the club. Like it's just a different atmosphere. And another thing that I understood was a lot of men, like Willie talked about, they're not getting that burn. If 80% of us are invisible, what do you expect them to do? You got to go where you're appreciated, and that's what men are doing. They're seeing opportunity to at least explore, and then when you go there and you might just be average, but you're actually loved, admired, and respected when you go somewhere else, then naturally you're going to be attracted to that because you've never felt that type of treatment before. And to be honest, you don't think that if women from the West had the opportunity to just go run into rich dudes or dudes with status or dudes that was all 7 feet or whatever the hell they looking for, you don't think that women would jump on the first plane and do that? If they flying over to Dubai to get defecated on, then
porta potties
for a couple of, okay, for a couple dollars, you think they wouldn't go over there to change their lifestyle? Of course they would. But the problem is that men elsewhere are not checking for women of the West, not for long term, right? They might party them because, you know, they might feel like they doing a bit more sexually than the women that some countries have available. But for long term, they're not doing that. They're not checking for them. So that's what it is. And I do agree that we probably shouldn't, come back and just trample all over the women because of our experiences. But in a way, I think that some females do need a wake-up call. I think they should understand that there's competition out there. I think they should understand that in some instances, these women are an actual threat. If you were complaining about there's no good men out here and you're not willing to compete and you're not willing to treat these men well, what you think is going to happen? Y'all eventually going to run out of men. This is just the first alternative. Wait till you see what's next.
What do people tell the WNBA to do to get more viewership?
Lower the rim.
Lower the rim, right? Them niggas ain't got no money over there. So you should go over there when they niggas ain't got no money and you got a little bit of money and your money go a long way over there. You lower the fucking rim. You get a smaller ball. Like they going over there, they lowering the rim. It's easier over there. Like I ain't mad at them.
I think it's my bad. I don't know. My camera went off. I'm sorry. Oh, my camera just cut off. Anyway, I think it's wild that people like women are kind of not paying us attention because now that the laws have changed, that if a guy goes and gets a wife over there, a passport, he goes and brings his girl back. A lot of times what happens is they'll play him while they're over there, get back here, and then leave him for somebody else. Now that he has to be the one to sponsor her visa. Once the relationship ends, he can revoke her visa and then she can be deported. So now the passport wives don't have that tool in their bag. So the ones to get over here are being forced to actually behave and keep up that same energy they had when they were over there. So it's only gonna get worse for the worst women, for women over here. Now that that's a thing.
Well, Willie, you don't think that's kind of crazy?
No, hell no. I think you absolutely should have. If I sponsor a foreign exchange student and that motherfucker becomes a serial killer, I absolutely think that I should be able to, revoke my sponsorship and have Buddy deported. I've said the same thing about the women because all they're doing is coming over here on that westernized shit, getting with a dude and trying to take what he got. So
would you want to be married to a woman you got to hold hostage though? That's what I'm saying.
No, that's a separate conversation. I don't want to be married to. I would never in my life go to a third world country and bring a motherfucker back. And that's just not me. But again, I'm not in the demographic of men that has to do that. So it'll never happen. But I don't want a motherfucker. I don't want a woman that I have to convince to even like me, let alone that I'm holding hostage. That shit is weird.
That's my point. That's what I just said.
And White, if your kid had a boyfriend and they came and lived with you, and then they broke up, would you still let him live there?
No, you gotta go.
So go back to your country.
Right, I get that. but my point was, it's like people utilize it as a tool to maintain a relationship. To me, that feel.
Oh yeah, that's goofy.
Yeah, that was my whole point.
But also, I think
about it. Even if they're using it, it's still to them. The weirdo niggas willing to do it. They're gonna do it because the option of not doing it is dealing with these westernized trash women they can't get anyway.
Oh, did y'all see? Y'all seen that show 90 Day Fiance?
Yeah.
You seen that older white lady and the Nigerian dude, I think his name Usman.
Yep.
Usman.
Yeah.
Like the fighter.
Nah, he wasn't fighting.
Oh. Nah, it's same last name, Mark.
Okay.
So she pretty much was doing this, and I was sitting there shaking my head the whole time. She was holding the passport for him over his head, and just acting a fool, like cursing the man out, throwing stuff. Then she went and got this is an older white lady. Like, she was just treating buddy ass. And I'm like, this shit's so foul. She literally just taking event. Like, y'all, I don't know if y'all seen them. The relationships be crazy. It'd be like the people low-key be getting like treated, but they being held hostage kind of by whoever got the, you know what I'm saying? It's the
So
y'all seen, ain't nobody seen the show?
Nah, I get what you're saying, but dig it. Like, if homeboy got into a situation like that, and what you think for? You don't think it was something like predatory? You don't think so? You think he just went up there just because he really fell in love with this old lady? I mean, it's possible, but not probable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that he was on some bullshit. Just like a lot of these women, they be on some bullshit. And if you go ahead and do that bait and switch, or let me meet your representative, then yeah, get your ass on up out of here. Go back. Go deal with that other shit. Like, because if we saying that you holding them hostage, that's saying that we have the idea that most men are going to be predators and we're just going to hold women captive and force our will upon them and all of that. But in reality, if that was the case, you can't do that over here and just get you a woman and force your will upon her. It's not really, dudes ain't really trying to do that. All they're trying to do is have somebody who's going to be more feminine, somebody who's going to treat them like the man that they feel they deserve to be treated like. And if you think you about to come over here and do some bait and switch, then they put a stop to that bullshit. Because there was a lot of women that were absolutely finessing these dudes. And that's going to put a stop to that. So, in them knowing that ahead of time, then they just have to understand that you're going to have to keep that same energy that you dug in with. You can't switch up on me and think you just going to keep getting your shit off. Because it happens to a lot of dudes. They'll come over here, they'll marry them, and then try to use the Western system to divorce them and take half their shit. And you ain't earned that. That could be my family's legacy. You trying to snatch up out my hands, man. Damn you. So, I mean, is that part of it? And you just have to understand the situation, go into it knowingly. You have to be responsible about that.
Another thing y'all got to remember too is that ain't nobody gonna hold these chicks hostage now. Like, there's no point, because shit, why am I hold you hostage when I can kick your ass out? I can say revoke your passport and then go to have ICE to order tell you it's DoorDash at the door, and it's 2 ICE agents getting ready to pick your ass up. But then, like, when you were talking about bro and having his passport being held, that's what the pimps do to sex workers overseas, like in Bahrain, because prostitution is legal in some places. So what they do is they take the girls' passports and say, hey, you got to earn 20,000 BD, which is $20,000 to get your passport so you can leave. The thing is, the price of pussy over there is literally 40 BD. It's $106. That's what it converts to. So you know how much work they got to put in to make 20 grand? And I'm talking about, it's got to be 20 grand on top of what basically it's 80 grand, because they're only keeping 20% of their money. So they got to go make $80,000 to get their passport back. A lot of the times, them girls' passports are expiring before they can even make it halfway up the ladder. So it could be like that. That could be worse. But now you're just saying that the guys that don't want to marry women in the West because, you know, they don't have a chance to with the top, you know, the women they want. They go over there, get him a girl, bring him back. She act cool for 3 years. Great. Now he got a lease. He can just send her ass back over there and call it a day.
Yeah, I seen that passport thing when I was living in Lebanon. I seen that.
Oh yeah, Lebanon's tough. Like, Lebanon is crazy.
Yeah. One of the ladies actually committed self deletion.
What?
Based off of
Yeah.
them withholding.
Like Buddy in the chat just said, perfect example of the switch up is what Jenny Mae did to Jeezy. Perfect example of the switch up, except she's from here. Trust me, if she was a mail order bride, he'd have put her on the first boat floating. Like, I don't feel bad for it. I don't feel bad for the men that have to do this, and I don't feel bad for the women that can't get men because the men they want don't want them because of their choices either. So I feel like it's a wash now.
All right.
Y'all see that comment up there?
Oh, hold on. Put it back up there. Pause.
But you funny.
I don't know what y'all might be thinking, man.
Nah. It said that they saw a passport due once and they had to pay for the whole family, including the grandparents. That's optional. There are sometimes the expectation of you doing that, but I know some dudes who establish that shit off the door, like out the door, like, nah, we're not doing that. Just so you know, I'm not doing that. And they have the opportunity to accept that or not. It won't always be like that, but yeah, there's certain instances where they will expect you to definitely put down. And they'll do that. They say, hey, we broke. Hey, we poured it. And that's because that's how their culture is in a lot of these different spaces. They are much more close-knit families. They live with their parents, grandparents. You'll see 3, 4, 5 generations, sometimes depending on what country you go to. And there is that nursing home shit is not a thing. They'll go ahead and they'll be taking care of them financially and everything. But that's just their culture. So if you got it, then you give it. It's not because, okay, yeah, we just gonna get this dog. Whoever has it, once they know you got it, then yeah, it could be one of their own family members that's doing well. It'll be the same damn thing.
Listen, if I take care of the whole family, if they in one of them little cheap countries, I take care of the whole family. Whenever I come around, everybody love me. Like,
You
yeah, I
mess
take care of
around,
grandma.
you can get her sisters too.
Yeah, I'm taking care of everybody. I'm taking care of everybody.
That's gonna be a weird. That's gonna be a
like
weird family.
300 a month.
Got time for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the difference is, man, with those women, you get to pay up front. With westernized women, they want you to pay. I'm saying they want a payment plan. They want you to put them on some sort of like monthly stipend or allotment. So I mean, again, at the end of the day, the only difference is just that the hoflation that Americans have incorporated into their daily, like just standard culture, hasn't hit these countries yet because those women don't have men that can afford it.
Let me get to this super chat. J Rags, so Fiesta with the COP foreign currency.
That should say 20,000.
Yeah, it's foreign currency. I don't know what it means, but
well, you know what that means.
Men are not moving abroad because they can't get women. There are places to have a better quality of living that just happen to have good-looking, friendly women. Thank you, Jay. So I got that clip from, shout out to Alan from We Need to Talk podcast. He actually responded and did a reaction, and this is what he had to say.
Tried my best to kind of parse the multiple issues with what he said. And I started by admitting that I'm not a fan of the Passport Bro movement. I never have been. However, a lot of the conversations that categorize what the Passport Bro movement is are disingenuous and they're hollow. A lot of it is actually rooted in white supremacist assumptions of the third world. A lot of it is rooted in the glorification of credentialism. And a lot of it is rooted in the demonizing of men, particularly black men. I'm a black man, but I'm Nigerian. There is no man on this planet, my people included, who is more accommodating to women than American black men. That is an absolute fact. And it's a good thing and a bad thing in a way. There's no man on this planet who has less expectations for his woman than the American black man. The idea that the American black woman has a master's degree, means she's smarter than the foreign black woman who might have a third grade education or the equivalent of a third grade education, is rooted in a colonialized mindset of what intelligence is, which is credentialism, right? You checked more boxes. What you don't take into account is this lady with the 4th grade education has been running a business since she was 12. This lady with the 4th grade education speaks 3 to 4 different languages. This lady with the 4th grade education works 60 hours a week, but still finds time to cook. She doesn't even have a family yet, to cook for her father, to help her mother with housework, to look after her brothers and sisters. So when we start looking at like, and again, I'm not even a passport bro, but when we start looking at it like, you know, punch for punch, like American women, no offense, cannot stand up next to foreign women. The best looking women on this planet are not in the United States. The most intelligent women on this planet are not in the United States. The most feminine women on this planet are not in the United States. But what the United States has a monopoly on is branding, is aesthetics, is I mean, my trip to Colombia, the lady working at the airport was just as, if not better,
I'm a PhD,
than a Miami IG model. She doesn't have L'Oreal. She doesn't have Fenty. She doesn't have any of the extra stuff to enhance things further. But just like raw waking up out the bed, it's just like we talk about Africa. It's full of raw materials. So as black folks in particular, like we got to be more sophisticated about talking about these things, because you talk long enough and you start sounding like a white man, just like Mouse, who fancies himself as pro-black and pro-woman, but his initial assumption of women who are not American were uneducated, gullible, and vulnerable, which is nothing further from the truth, particularly when you consider how women overseas are finessing the hell out of some of these passport bros who go over there and try to act stupid. This assumption, again, that anything bad that happens is done by men, and black men in particular, is ignorant at best and just like idiotic at worst. Because the reality of what's actually happening, particularly for the brothers who bring them back, is they're giving them a better life. Because you can't tell me he brought a woman from a third world country and is now repressing her sexuality. What the hell do you think was happening in her country? You can't tell me a man who brought her from a third world country is now, you know, not allowing her to move around or do certain things, own property. What do you think was happening in her country? So again, like we have to be more sophisticated, because oftentimes we're so like gung-ho about making a point that we end up just saying shit that doesn't really make sense upon further investigation. And what you realize is just regurgitated nonsense of passport bros are this and women are not really passport bros. He didn't cite one study to compare. Okay, in 2020, 100,000 black men went to South America and 50,000 black women went to South America. What you'll actually find is black women are traveling more than we are. That's what you'll find. What you really just admitted subconsciously, which is even more relevant, is the fact that you believe that the best things in this world, including the best intellects, come out of the West simply because that's what they told you. Because a lot of like Nigerian brothers like myself, when we reach a certain level of success or a certain level of or a certain age, what we'll do is we'll actually go back home and have a marriage, a wife arranged for us, or even like by proxy. Like while we're still here, we'll have somebody arrange a nice young a lady for us back home. I'm not even a fan of that.
Any thoughts, any feedback? What Brother Allen had to say? Y'all agree with him? What?
Yeah, shit he said, man, he pointed out all the, the errors. Ain't no point in reacting to the video now, because he done pointed out everything that was wrong with what Buddy said. Like, and a lot, for some reason, Americans think that anybody's not American is, living foot to mouth, or or is shocked that they have running water, electricity in their homes for some reason. And it's again, like Buddy said, it's tied to like that white supremacy shit that, runs rampant in our culture. So I don't see an issue with anything that he said. It's not, he's not wrong. And then it's really hard to argue against it because then you can support what he's saying with facts and just not your opinions. And, so you could tell he was unbiased because most folks in the chat don't even know if he was for or against passport bros. That's how you know he was unbiased.
Yeah, he started off by saying that he don't like it because of the rhetoric that's pushed out there. But if you really unpack it and actually look at it in its entirety, then he put it on full display right there.
Yep.
Anybody else?
Well, I think there's a couple things that passport bros could do better. One, when you come back talking shit about the women here domestically, you're doing yourself a disservice because now you're just creating tension. Two, I think we got to be a lot more careful. A lot of us are reckless. You going down to places you're not familiar with, raw diggity, that's crazy. You probably should protect yourself, right? Thirdly, anytime that I move around in a foreign country, I'm hanging out with a native. Or from a lot of these places, you can hire legitimate security like an officer. You know what I'm saying? So you probably want to do that just so you won't get not just finessed, but robbed. Or, worse yet, who knows? Because we see a lot of dudes, they get drugged, finessed, robbed by the women or set up by the dudes. So I think you should know your surroundings. If you don't know what the hell you're doing, don't go off the tourist site. That's another thing. And, you still got to vet these women. You can't expect every single one of these women to go into a situation in good faith. That's not always going to happen. Some people have nefarious intent, and it's going to take time to vet them, right? If you were lame over here, women can sense that naturally. You're going over there thinking that these women are stupid, but they can smell a lame too. And you know how women are. If they feel like they can push something, you don't have any boundaries, then many times women will exceed those boundaries. Well, just keep pushing until you stop them. So that's what I would say. Just be very careful about how you move when you're out in these foreign countries.
Yeah, I still think even if you go over there, you should still relatively date within your league to some degree. Like, don't, if you ugly, don't go for the baddest bitch. Like, go for, just they'll be a little bit, they all gonna be a little bit more cooperative. Just go for like something that's a little bit better than what you normally get. And she gonna be more cooperative most likely than the girls you used to. Cause she ain't probably, she ain't used to a guy with, an American. They love Americans, so.
And stop going to the club trying to get women. All of those girls are selling pussy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to go over there and meet someone organically, go to the gym. If you go to a gym in the DR, Colombia, Costa Rica, any of those countries, if you go in a gym, you're going to think that you walked into a Victoria's Secret video shoot because they all dressed in the same gym clothes that like fat American women like to walk around in because they're comfortable, but they have the bodies for it. And when you go in there, they're very, very friendly, and you're going to stand out because you're an American that's in the country that still goes to the gym. Like, that is the easiest way to go make friends and meet people that you can network with, build, and have around outside of, the girls who are going to the club that are, going to tell you $100 and they'll come stay with you for the weekend. You can go meet somebody you can actually hang out with, talk to, they can show you around because of the environment that you met them in. It's not difficult to go over there and be successful.
If I had to speak on this a little bit, man, I think if it's more challenging in the West or in America, then I think this is where you get the most experience, the better experience. Because if you could deal with the women here, then once you go over there, it should just be light work. You know, you should be able to vet there just as much as you can vet here in America. I mean, I don't know. When people run away, I always frown upon when women move from state to state looking for men. I know the culture is different and upbringing may be different, but there are some good men and good women within them states. But you just may find. Go ahead. What you about to say, Willie?
A lot of women who move from state to state is because they done fucked a bunch of men in that state. The same way a bunch of women who moved from Dallas to Houston, they got ran through in Houston and then run to Dallas like it's a whole new state. Like they're not just doing that for men. They're doing it because they can get a new reputation, and then saying they don't have to worry about running into any event they go to. Is 10 dicks they set on inside that venue. That's what happens more than anything else, I would bet.
Okay. But yeah, so I just
say real quick. I think whenever you give somebody leverage, then they're like more likely to misbehave. So I think that in the West, like societal standards, the legal system, it gives women just a lot of leverage. So if they have that perceived leverage, or they feel like they can control the situation, and that's how they tend to act, and they tend to misbehave. Whereas when you go overseas and you have, these women who have very little leverage over you, and it's very transactional, it's easy, and you get what you want. So I think that's like a big thing here. Women are gonna continue to use that leverage, take guys for whatever they have if they leave a relationship, or only get into relationships for like financial reasons.
Yeah, there was somebody on the podcast said it the other day. You never really met a woman until she has leverage on you, and I think you hit the nail on the head with that, because if you just look at this country in itself, the main reason why females behave the way they do now and did not before is because of the leverage that they were given. That's just here. If you look 50 years ago, before this version of feminism and all these weird ass laws to, just ruin men's lives, women didn't behave like that. You got men scared to leave a woman because it's going to destroy their lives, right? Or destroy them financially and strip the kids from it. And when you look at it like that, it's like, damn, that's just what it is with these women and their damn leverage. So if you take, that goes back to what I was saying with the the visa shit. It is what it is. Females are only going to do what they're allowed to do, and I don't believe in like the whole control thing. If a female ever didn't want to be with me, man, go ahead. But I do believe that sometimes when if you give anyone too much power, then they're likely to abuse it.
The only three ways a woman can have leverage on a man is one, him having a tender dick, she having his baby, or having a marriage certificate. And until you are in one of those three positions, you'll never know the woman you're with. You'll never know her.
Or you liking a woman more than she like you?
That's tender dick, bro. I just wrapped that all up into one thing.
So I just want to make sure. Go ahead, Hank. What you about to say?
No, I was gonna say, what was you about to say before? I think somebody else.
No, somebody in the chat, they saw the title that said "Passport Bros are destroying women's lives," and we was reacting to what somebody said. But do you guys think that the passport bros that are going over there bringing women back, do you think that they are destroying those women's lives?
It's all net positive for them women. All net positive.
Oh, they're only getting the positive from it. They get to come from a third world country to the land of the free, as we call it, right? And then they get those things that they dreamed of, that their family want. They can go and get a job. They can leave him once they're here, go and get a job, and then send money back to that family that's going to help them out. They have an opportunity. That's the whole point. That's the play, is to get with an American man and get over here. So regardless of, how it turns out, they have the opportunity to make something of themselves that they probably wouldn't have had that same opportunity if they stayed in their home country.
You can't go from third world country to first world country and then say that I made your life worse. or I destroyed your life when I took you from a 3 to a 1. Now, if you act up and I send your ass back, then you could say that I destroyed your life. But the opposite, if I go over there and get a woman and bring her back over here, her life is 100 times better than it was in her country, and I'm not gonna make her fuck nobody but me. So it's not like I'm saying she's not selling pussy anymore. She's not having to go out, get dolled up, be a bottle girl, all of that, that obfuscated sex work. All she has to do is tend to me. And then she gets whatever lifestyle, whatever she wants in a lifestyle. Like, that's crazy.
And you're the most popular.
Are they converting prostitutes? Why you say she not selling?
I was going to ask you about that.
Because I would say that the majority of those women over there that get brought back are the ones that have sold or were selling pussy, and they just found someone who liked it, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring her back. Like, I mean, damn, that's not uncommon. If you go to those countries, bro, I'm telling you, every woman that makes eye contact with you, which is going to be most of them, you can fuck for a certain price. It's just cheaper than in America.
You got to go for the ones that don't make eye contact with you.
That's what I was going to ask. So do these women really rock with these dudes, or is it just
no
to a better life?
They want a better life, so they willing.
They
to
rock with them as much as a woman here rocks with a millionaire.
These niggas go over there, and these
get
women
what
are
you
like,
can
you know
get
what?
out of them.
This dude, if all I gotta do to get a plane ticket to America and a home and a roof over my head is suck one dick, when I've been sucking 10 a weekend to just pay my rent, it's just, I'm saying, common sense.
Okay, so
I think hold on. I think we're mischaracterizing the women. I don't think there's it's that ridiculous. I think that there are absolutely a bunch of prostitutes, because that's the, I guess they're in survival mode, right? But I can't say that it's the majority of them that'll mess with an American. Some, you know what I'm saying? And to say that they don't love you at all, I mean, I don't know about that either. Like, I mean, I've interviewed some of these women, and they're like, they would say some of the things that they don't like. Like, well,
the ones that are here,
dudes are abusive. No, the ones that are there.
I think that y'all got to remember, like, having a woman that like you for you is a privilege. Like, that's a privilege. Like, it's a lot of guys out here that got to pay for it, and that's cool. You got to pay for it. You got to do all types of cool. But like, if you can get you a woman from overseas and it's just easier, it is what it is. Having a woman who really like you and rock for you and like going to be with you no matter what, that's a privilege. Everybody don't get to, they don't experience that.
So do the passport bros know? And Trey, I guess Trey, if you might have a different perspective, do the passport bros know that these women don't really rock with them like that, and they just cool with the transactional of it?
We had a conversation, I guess, a couple months ago about that. Like, if you really care if a woman likes you or not, right, or loves you or not, because you can't ever really tell. You can only expect her to do certain things, right? You expect a certain amount of respect, you expect a certain amount of things done, but can you ever truly tell? No. You could really think so. But another autonomous human being, you never really know. So once you get past that part of it, then it's really not that difficult. But I would say that some of them from there would love you as much as a woman would over here, whatever that looks like, right? So, and you got to understand that some of the cultures in these places, right? It's not like they're just raising hoes. There are some places where people are literally selling their children, right? But that's not the majority. We can't say that that's the majority. A lot of people are into their family. They're into, dual parent households and things like that. So some of these people there are more of them in many instances that are growing up with fathers who are giving them some type of structure and discipline, right? And some of these women are doing legitimate jobs, right? There's plenty of women who just go to work every day. We can't say that most of the women in the third world countries are prostitutes. That's like crazy. Like that would be crazy.
I have a question, just for a slight pushback. When was the last time you went to one of these countries?
February.
All right. So while you were there,
you're a wild boy, Trev.
Like, so while you were there, would you say that the majority of women that you saw you couldn't get for a fee? We're talking about you specifically. So you got to
specifically.
You got to use the Trev privilege. You got to use, you know what I'm saying, 6'10", you know what I'm saying, 290 pounds. You got to use all of that shit.
We ain't all that. Look,
you got to use it all though.
Well, let's keep it G then. If we're doing that for real, then we already know it ain't no fee.
Exactly.
If that's the case.
So right now, you think the average nigga over there can't get the girls to go for a fee?
I can't say the average person.
I'm not gonna call a nigga average.
This is what I'm gonna say. For the few places that I went, in modern history, right? I'm going to say that there are sections where there's a lot of that, right? Like, you know, there's the Medellins, there's shit like that where there's places, right, where that is rampant in the motherfucker all day. But that's one small city or one small part of town where there's a highly concentrated amount of them. Just like, you know, Bronx had the whole joint where we used to race at, or you know, Vegas got their little side that's not far from the Strip. You know what I'm saying? So it's highly concentrated pockets of places where you'll find most of those joints. But the rest of the world is going to work. They doing like 60 hours. They struggling.
But that's not what we're talking about. That's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about the places where the passport bros frequent. The majority of those women there are cannibalizing the passport.
Oh, well, if you talk about the dudes who's just going into the
that's
pockets,
what I was talking about.
Then that's completely different.
I'm not talking about
completely
the
different. Those pockets.
Talking about the
those
workforce.
Pockets. Yeah, that's different. That's not how I received it, and I think other people received it the other way too, where they felt like the majority of the women in general. But yes, you're absolutely right. If you're talking about the pockets, those pockets, it's a hot zone. That's just I would never go there to. Why would you go there to fish for a wife? That's absurd. If that's what Catch is doing.
I'm playing the right one, so let me take this one off of it.
Huh?
How are you talking to your mouth ain't moving, nigga? You a ventriloquist?
I'm so confused. God, I'm confused like a mother. Hold on.
What's up, Marcus?
I thought that the passport bros was leaving America to find traditional, good, low body count women. Then they going over there and they marrying the prostitutes. Bro, y'all is everywhere.
That's wild. So I say this too. I know some dudes who were doing it, and none of those women picked.
Turn to the right. They got traditional values, and they would never suck dicks and be hoes like how the women is in the. Golly.
So I got a couple of homies that I know personally, and I know how they got their women. Right? They picked like nerds and women out of villages and shit like that have nothing to do with those city girls, those bar girls, none of that. It ain't that. So the dude, at least the ones that I know a few, they did not source their women from those hot pockets. They sourced their women from like little villages and shit like that, where it's like, okay, they might be walking around with no shoes or whatever, but they did have traditional values and they were not smutting it out, and their body counts are like between 1 or 2 or, you know, at the most 3, some shit like that, not like 50.
Yeah, Marcus, I think everybody go over there for different reasons. We can't like put them, you know, and every nigga's lame level is different, right? If you just not getting no ass, like, I'm going over and get some ass. Like, I ain't about to, you know, I ain't about to be picky, but if you got options over here, you probably going over there trying to find you a Cinderella, trying to find you a beautiful woman who just is simple, and she wants a man to take care of her and her lineage and her family and all that, and that's all you want. So I think it's different.
So if I'm a man that's watching this show, the thing I can take away is, if I want to get a wife, I need to make sure she's barefoot in the village. But if I want to get some pussy, I go to where all the hoes is at. Is that what y'all saying?
Yeah, depending on what you're looking for, right? Just stay away from the hot pockets. So there are some women down there that are doctors. There are some women down there that are doing. There's all different types of women. Just like we have every type, from like the filthy rich to the filthy here. They have that too. And you got to understand, a lot of these third world countries, some of them get into the money. But if I were going to say what type you should look for, your average everyday girl that goes to work that's doing like 60 hours a week. You are going to make her life so much easier. She's going to appreciate the shit out of you. And to be honest, I can't say for sure, because like I said earlier, you never really know what's on a woman's mind. But what I will say is that they definitely know how to project like they feeling you, right? And they could appreciate your energy. Just like how you would probably, a dude who ain't getting no burn over here, right? They go over there and then they get a woman. They fall in love. They don't be like, oh, these dudes probably just out to get. No, they literally be sometimes even wife and hoes for no reason, right? They fall in love, or like Will say, TD. That's what they are. So they're not going into the situation thinking like, oh, I'm about to take advantage of this joint. They're like, damn, I love this woman. It's a breath of fresh air. Look at what all she's doing. It's the same thing. They're like, damn, this guy's so nice. He's so handsome. Like I've talked to, like, let's just say the last place that I've been was the Philippines as far as leaving the country. And a lot of them, what they were saying was the reason they loved black men because they said we are more affectionate. We love differently. We walk different. We talk different. They sometimes like your color. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact that you different. It's something different. So it's a different type of energy. And they also said that a lot of their men are abusive and drink all damn day. I got that report a lot. So it is what it is. You coming over there with new energy, and it's sometimes it will attract people for whatever reason.
Go ahead, Jason.
No, I feel like, to be honest, dating, anywhere you're dating is exactly the same. Like, women are hypergamous, so they're always going to be looking for that next best thing. It's just more expensive. If you're a lane, to date in the West is going to be more expensive for you than to date overseas, but you could still find a baddie that'll give you all the attention if your money right. If your money's right, then she will go, and they will all go for a price, even in America, the same way they do overseas. And I mean, I know none of you guys should be surprised by that statement, because I just feel like you could go to any club. Like you're saying, you could go on a strip in Thailand or Punta Cana or wherever. You could go to a club here, and if your money's right, you could pick which one you want for the night. Like, to be honest.
This is my question for y'all. Do y'all think, at least if you go to one of these countries and you provide the woman with the basic things that she asks you for, do you think that she will play her part and act right? Because I think the thing in America that men are complaining about is they give the woman everything that they're asking for, right? The basic things they're asking for, and they don't play their part and they don't act right. So do y'all think that's like, what do y'all think?
I think that it's going to be different for every situation, right? Just like if you were going to vet a woman over here, you would want somebody who had a good father figure, right? Some masculine energy in the house to provide that structure and discipline. There's going to be different people. So what you got to understand is that even when you go there, and the women who were just married to another native, they are cooking for the dude every day. They washing clothes, they taking care of them the same way they would you. And this guy don't really have nothing but the respect that just because he's a man, they respect him. And they do what they were taught to do. And generationally, that's just what's been passed down to them. They'll have that type of perspective. So, I mean, I think the most important thing to maintain a woman is her level of attraction to you. As long as it's not your money. Because a woman could easily separate your money from you. But if she has a high level of attraction to you, from something that you can actually maintain aside from money, she's always going to throw rules out the window for you. She's always going to make sure that you're good.
Do the prostitutes be having like good family values?
Not usually.
Willie, we need you for this one. No, you don't, because I ain't never in my life paid for pussy. But what I've heard is that your girl can go from sucking dick to kissing her daddy in the mouth when she go home and take a shower after the club.
So do you consider that the good values, or no?
I consider that they understand, they've adapted to their economy and understand that, hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And the dad is just proud of his daughter for bringing money in the house that,
So now the dad in on it, like, nigga.
Yes. That's not commonplace. Most females who were into that are on their own. They'll live with a bunch of roommates and shit like that, like a whole bunch of other hoes. That's how that go.
Question, right? How many times have y'all ever met a woman who couldn't cook?
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
What are the chances that you go to a third world country and an adult woman can't cook?
The chances you come into a first world country like America and finding a woman who's never been ran through and also loves man and had a daddy?
It's possible. Again, I interviewed one. So she told me she literally couldn't cook. I couldn't believe what the fuck she was saying.
A girl over in another third world country?
I'm gonna bring a video to the chat.
I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm just saying, what are the chances that a woman, like it's commonplace for us to go buy food every day, like
right?
You go buy food every day, buy things that we just heat up and all this type of stuff. I'm just trying to imagine like how often are they doing that in other countries, or are they just like, yo, you have to cook to eat, you have to clean, or we don't, things like that. So.
Anybody?
What was the question? I kind of walked off for a second. What was the question?
You want to say the question again?
I was asking, what are the have you ever met a girl here who can't cook? Most guys say yeah, obviously, but I was asking, what are the chances that you go to a third world country and women that you are meeting can't cook?
Oh,
I think it's slim. I think it's slim
because they're not eating out like we are over there.
But it's not economical to eat out every day. You know what I'm saying? So most women will know how to cook. And it's part of it. As long as they didn't grow up in a really, really terrible situation, then it's commonplace for you to know how to cook. It's necessary.
What do y'all think are the chances that you meet a woman who says, yo, I don't want to have kids, just want to live my life for a little bit. Like, I just want to kind of do me. Like, what do you think are the chances that we find in women like that over there? Like,
I'll be honest with you. From the people that I know doing that, they on what you on.
So whatever you on.
No matter whatever you want, they on. That's no bullshit. No bullshit. I'm telling you, like, no, I couldn't. I had to like see it for myself because I was flabbergasted when I first saw how this was going down. They on what you want. So if you like, hey, Lam, you know what? I'm not having any kids. They're like, okay, daddy, that's it. So
that's a positive. You're a man.
But if you want kids, you say I want 10 kids. They're like, okay, daddy, we better start now. You feel me? So that's just what I've heard, and I've heard it from women's mouths. So,
shit, I heard that. Shit, they say that in America. I'm on what you on.
That's because you get bitches, JR.
Don't put that out there, man. I'm not talking about nothing about me. I'm just talking about just in general.
Hey, Trev, I got a question for you. Hey, Trev.
Yo.
How does a passport bro? Okay, let's go with the assumption that most of these women in the other countries culturally fit what the guys from here are looking for, right? How does he vet them against each other?
Oh, like you mean between choosing between those
women, right? If it's a plethora of them, how do I know which one?
It's actually tough because it's all about preference at that point. Having too many options is a good problem to have, right? So it's not to say like, damn, it's too many fucking women out here. It's not a bad thing. If you got the pick of the you know what I'm saying? that's not a bad problem to have. So you could become superficial. You know what I'm saying? You could be like, all right, well, she got more of a grip. Or you could be like, you know what? She know how to make the food that I like better. Like you just start whatever is more important to you at that point. You just go with that. Or you just be like, I don't have to choose just one. Because that's another situation that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, if you're gonna go over there, I'm not saying the average dudes, but like we'll say the Trevs and the M Whites, you know, the niggas that's 7 feet tall. Like,
I ain't nobody.
They go over there, bro. Like y'all, you can go get a friend group that is willing to treat you like you're a timeshare and not have a problem with it. and still be friends and all take turns doing stuff for you. It's tough, bro. I just feel like it's gonna be tough for like regular women to keep up now that, you know what I'm saying, trips to getting cheap in Frontier and Spirit, flying to all the passport bro locations. I feel like the divorce rate or the rate of like women who are been 50 years old and not married is gonna probably double in the next 10 years.
Yeah, that's what messed it up. Them chips is cheap, and don't fuck around and get an Airbnb out there. That's
listen,
super cheap.
Yeah. Anyway, that Frontier all you can fly pass, and you see
they got all you could.
Yeah, but it's Frontier, bro. It's still Frontier. So
I don't like Frontier though, bro.
You're not a Frontier nigga. So I'm not.
I just found that out.
This is for the Groupon crowd. But like, all you can fly pass. Look and see where Frontier fly. It's just like, come on, bro. You know what these dudes is doing. They probably getting all you can fly pass, paying $200 for some bags, and going down there every weekend.
Like, crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and switch the gears, man. If you haven't already, hit that like button. The likes are free. The likes are low. All I'm asking for you is to hit the like button and go ahead and share the stream. Let's go ahead and get to this camera situation. Y'all seen that video, man?
Hold on. Before you do that, did we decide if they was getting their lives ruined or made better?
We think they getting their lives made better.
Yeah, I mean, majority of the panel said it making their lives better because of the
I think it's a consensus. Unless you disagree.
No.
He want to disagree.
Yeah, he want to disagree. That
I was just curious. I wasn't sure. So I just wanted to have some clarity. Okay, so all right. I'm sorry.
So what
JR.
you think then? What you think then?
I don't really have I'm confused, honestly.
How you confused about it? What part you need more clarity on, bro?
Nigga, let's just move on because I heard so many different things. I don't even know what.
White, you got a passport, man. Why you playing? You know what it is.
No,
what Cameron say?
Let's go to this Cameron situation, man. I ran across this, and so many people in the comments had mixed reviews. A lot of people was excited to witness what they saw. So I'm gonna get you guys' opinions. Here we go.
Looks so good in person.
Thank you.
For
I
real.
appreciate that.
Hey, what you wasted that? I love you. What a guy. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Arabia, is that a real background?
Hey, Stack, could you stop
Yes.
smiling? Can you stop smiling? You.
Arabia is.
Nah, yo, bro, some G, yo, bro, some G shit. We got a boyfriend here, yo.
Right. Oh, shit.
I told you that.
My bad.
Nah, like it's all like. Okay, we can move on to football then.
Stat. Oh my God.
Just Stat. Let's do the football. I guess that answered the question about Floyd. When I see you taking off some time,
I'm mesmerized by Stat.
This nigga here, bro.
I did not know you looked that good in person. My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, my nigga. I mean, I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. I love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know me with my brother.
Oh, shit, my bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. But I appreciate your time.
It's me.
Well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could. But I'm not gonna sit here and not value your time neither. You want to wait for me? You could, but I appreciate it, bro. You gotta step out. Yeah, no problem.
Man.
Damn, that was cringe, man. Damn. Oh man, I think he handled it well. Real talk. I don't think he could have handled it much better because
he didn't want to fight.
Yeah. Nah, he definitely didn't want to fight. Though.
Who you talking about?
Even though that's AB, but because if you're looking at the situation, right? that's his staff and shit, the people he working with, and the professionalism. If he didn't do that, then they gonna kill Cameron for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So he understands what the climate is, and I mean, I feel like it was the right thing for him to just do personally too. So it looked like AB was rolling, or off one. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what that looked like. Like he didn't really have control as to what was going on. If I had to guess, I would definitely say that he was off one at that point.
Yeah, I think he was real drunk or whatever. I think the part Cameron made it. Yeah, what Cameron made it clear, he was saying her boyfriend here. So it was like, bro, I'm giving you to chill, be respectful of, and I guess her boyfriend, his homie too. So he's like, my homie here, this is girl, like, stop. The next thing, it's like, all right, you just saying fuck me at this point, because I already gave you a warning, maybe two, and I told you why. More importantly, like, you really need to understand at this point, anything past this is just you saying fuck when I'm talking about fuck, buddy. This situation can go left. Well, I think it's funny. Cameron paid him out the little pocket check. Cameron been doing some wild shit, like, he got into it with Omar Gooding.
Yeah,
that shit was funny. He had the nigga audition for a fake movie.
Yeah, and then sat behind the glass laughing at him the entire time.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
had him doing push-ups. Yeah, had him doing push-ups.
You'd have to fight me after that, bro. Like, and he only got paid. What do you say, $3,000?
Like 3 stacks, yo. God,
that's crazy.
God,
I'm gonna send Omar Gooden to somebody's wedding just to go crash it for $3,000. That's I didn't know that he was getting booked for that. Like, damn. Them baby boy checks
he
must not
probably
be
hip to the game now.
Well, shit. He hope he raises prices because his name is out there now. It's trending.
Jody Joe.
Listen, them baby boy checks might not be hitting like we think.
Damn. Yeah, but as far as that Adrian Bronner situation, man, he like you said, he was tipsy as hell. But yeah, that was disrespectful, like you were saying, Marcus, because once a man told me, that's it, man, don't do it no more. So you got to stand on business from there. He can't look like soft and weak and all of a sudden turn and just let him keep saying that wild shit, regardless if her boyfriend was there or not. That had nothing to do with anything. Doesn't mean if him and her boyfriend are friends, he's not gonna call. He said, "Don, my girl working with you. Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you get that handle that situation?" You know what I'm saying? I don't know Bronner's and Cameron's relationship. I mean, it looked like I guess they had one because he gave him money, he hugged him out and sent him on his way. It wasn't no lot of pushback because I've seen Bronner where he was ready to fight. People who was interviewing. You know what I'm saying? So I assume he got some level of respect for Cameron and all that good stuff. And then Mace tried to kind of switch the subject up, but then Bronner brought it right back to the bullshit. So you got to give both of them fellas up there, their props for trying to do that and keep it moving. But Bronner was just out of pocket, man. It's something about them dudes from Cincinnati, boy. Them boys ain't shit.
One of the things that I did see is that people in the comments were saying that they love to see this on podcasts, and how come they don't see it on other podcasts when it comes to holding men accountable. It was said, so I just want to put it out there. What do you guys think?
Who the fuck is doing this on podcast though? Like,
that was about to be my next question. Is this JR fault for not protecting women?
Like, yeah, how JR gonna protect the hyenas from themselves in the chat? Like, or the ones that come up here promoting AIDS and shit. Like, he can't protect them for that.
God damn.
Like, that's not his fault, and that's not his staff. Everybody that come on this fucking panel is voluntary, and I would probably bet that a lot of these motherfuckers beg to be on this panel. So, what are we gonna protect them from? They fucking self.
Well,
yeah, they 1099, so they free agents. So when you 1099, you a contractor, and then and a voluntary contractor at that. So they, like you said, not getting paid. It's just voluntary. But like you said, when he come up here acting a fool, what are you supposed to do? I'm encouraging you to hit that red X. If it getting that wild, if it's that bad for you, get that red X. But guess what? They like that bullshit. They want that attention. So I think most of the time that's why they do what they do.
I know a girl was uncomfortable though, because she did that. She did the typical pretty girl uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable laugh, like trying not to make it. You're saying obvious, but made it obvious to like she she wasn't cool. And then her boyfriend didn't want to fight the nigga either though. I will say that if
he drunk though, he might not be she might not be sharp.
Muscle memory is a motherfucker, bro. I wouldn't want to fight a drunk Adrian Broner either. That man was a world champ at some point. And his muscle memory is a thing. So, but if it's my girl getting harassed, I probably got to go in there and get beat up. I'm not gonna hold you. I got to go in there and at least try to defend her honor, and then hope that she don't leave me after I get my ass beat.
I think he did the right thing. I think Adrian Broner was lit, and he asked him to leave. He asked him something one time. He didn't do it he asked him a couple times. He didn't do it. So, ask him to leave. I don't know if the whole situation was a little bit for show though. I don't know.
It seemed real.
I can't imagine because having Adrian Broner on there to kind of and we all know what he on these days. He just kind of he just be floating on some goofy shit, drunk and all that.
She an alcoholic, ain't he?
Yeah, having AB on these days is I don't know why you would do that, but he literally extracted the most value you possibly can from AB, which is kicking his ass off as for being drunk and coming for stat. That's the most value he could have gotten out of paying him to be there.
The fact that he had to bust a $5,000 a band on a stack of $5,000 to take change away to pay him also says how bad things have gotten for the young man.
Well, the reason why I think he got on because he wanted him to talk about that fight that happened on Saturday. So that's the reason why he was up there to talk about that. So, I look, man, he's a pisshead, man. I mean, it is what it is. We seen how he moves and act on a regular basis. He normal, but I look at it like this though. He, he's gonna have to get some help. That dude hit rock bottom to the bottom, man. He can't go no lower than what embarrassing himself for like he's always doing. But he didn't go too far. He was just talking about how beautiful she was. But there's obvious camera on them seeing it's about to go left. You know what I'm saying? And now if it gets to that point, that dude come rushing out and snuffing while he's on set, then now you got a whole different issue. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think you want that.
Yeah. Oh, there's some more?
I was trying to get this. For some reason, might not be no sound to it.
Yeah, he probably talked for another 5 minutes about the situation.
If we did stop all that stuff, how you think the crowd would respond to us in the comments?
Stop all
that. Stepped in and tried to stop every instance of anything that was seen like inappropriate conversation.
We only gonna stop something that's literally inappropriate. He did the right thing there because that's his young boy. Stat like his little sister probably. And you on there and you her man probably there who you probably developed a relationship with. It's chill out. You making her uncomfortable. She don't want to tell you that you look like a junkyard dog right now.
No, I'm not talking about on there. I'm saying, how do you think that the comments and the people that watch the show will react in this specific space if we was on the same thing?
The same way they do now. The hyenas is gonna go for anything that's pro hyena. The good women gonna go for anything that's good women. So if it's a good woman that's getting attacked, the hyena and y'all try to step in, the hyena's gonna be mad. If it's a hyena getting attacked, well, the good woman ain't gonna give a shit. The suckers that like them is gonna be the ones feeling like we did something wrong. But this isn't a space though. There's no employer-employee hierarchy here. You're saying as far as panel guests goes, it's saying we're peers. JR is a moderator, it's his platform. So anyone who comes up on these panels, it's voluntary. No one is begging you to be here. And JR ain't busting down $5,000 bands to pay none of us. So when old girl was going off on Ali, y'all didn't do shit. Y'all let that girl go off on him. The drunk, the Adrian Broner girl, she was doing she did this to him, and y'all didn't say nothing.
Who was the Adrian Broner girl?
Country Cookie. Y'all talking about Country Cookie?
Yeah. Her.
Yeah.
Why you call her Adrian, bro?
Because she was drunk. This one right here. Like when she was going off on Ali, bro, y'all didn't say nothing. Like we just sat there and let that shit, you know what I'm saying, go because, you know, it was views. But not trying to be funny.
How did you have that ready?
Oh, nigga. I mean, I stay ready. Like
Pause.
What are you talking about, bro? I'm listening. If nothing else, you gotta learn.
Hey,
I'm a funny.
But you know what else though? I think it's a poor parallel because what we're talking about is we're online here. This is his space of business, and that's sexual harassment. That's something completely different than somebody getting toe up because they talking shit. Sexual harassment is what it is, and he's not going to allow it. You saw what the fuck just happened with the whole Shannon Sharp situation and everything else. So it's a completely different situation, and for them to try to draw a parallel between other podcasts, that's something different. Like if you, like Willie said, people are coming on here voluntarily to talk they shit, and they don't have any gripes about saying whatever they want to say. So when somebody return that energy, it is what it is. But there's never been an instance on here ever where JR or anybody else would allow a person to publicly sexual harass a person.
Yeah, they got TV contracts and view like paperwork and shit behind them. They got an HR department. Like the Joe Budden podcast got an HR department that's actually like handles HR complaints and related issues. So, you know, they're more corporate, you know what I'm saying? So like JR be there sooner than later. And then, you know, he had to start putting you niggas on papers. You're gonna be like, Willie, you're gonna use a B word one time episode. M White, you can only talk about FBA niggas for 36 seconds a pod. Dope, you can only pander 2 times for every non-pander comment per episode. Like he gonna have to put all that shit in our contract. Yeah, we have to negotiate contracts then. he gonna trademark hyena. So if you ain't got it, he gonna trademark that motherfucker and make it merch. Intrinsic, you knew this, so I mean, cool.
You mean heifers?
Yeah,
you gonna trademark the heifers?
Yeah, heifers. There you go.
Hey.
Was hyenas mine? Oh, I'm taking that one in.
So, just so you know, in the epic era run that we had, it was HR.
See,
I had to do HR because it was just too many complaining.
Yeah.
So the HR entity was created to be able to handle any complaints and whatever was going on. I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah. So
can you imagine what them HR calls must have been like?
I know what. Listen, hold on, JR. Did you see the back chat?
Like,
hey, Mark, they wasn't calls. They was emails.
Hey, JR be getting some HR type shit from people on the panel though. That's why that shit funny to me. Like, you come on the panel, embarrass yourself, and then complain. Like, what were we supposed to do? Stop you from talking about? Oh, you should sleep with people that got AIDS. You knew you had a brain before you said that dumbass shit.
God damn.
And now you mad because you're supposed to be a rapper with 600 followers, but you somehow got a record deal. Man. Like, listen, if
then you want to send a cease and desist from a Gmail, like
from a copy and a Chat GPT formatted cease and desist, because you know anything you get from Chat GPT got those double dashes in it.
Yeah,
like, bruh. Like, listen, bruh.
Hey man. Well, look here. Hey, Marcus. I know you was asking a question about the men holding count. Look, as long as Real Dope is in this atmosphere, these women don't never have to worry about being harassed because he gonna come in, find a way to tie his cape on tight that night, and he gonna save them hoes.
I'm gonna take
he
that. He
loves them heifers, man. He love doing it. Ain't that right, Real Dope?
I'm gonna take that bullet.
Shout out to Real Dope.
Hey, you
can hear me too. You can hear me.
Hey, you can put your fucking you can put your little Superman avatar on a hoodie or something, bro. That's gonna go about 60.
No, you right.
I was just about to say that. He used to say it was me until you came, but now you done took the throne.
Hey man.
No, he took over the mantle for Sweeney.
I take that.
He took over for Sweeney.
But y'all ain't shit, man.
Well, I mean, you characterize things accurately.
What's up? What's that? Jay Devon? Is that how you pronounce your name, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
But he was moved. I thought, like, I ain't never in my life seen a nigga sit that still. I thought his camera was paused.
Nah, he's a. What you got? What you got on the subject, my man?
I just kind of came in. I was just kind of listening to what y'all was talking about. For real, I seen the topic, and it was kind of interesting. So, I know y'all were talking about saving hoes and stuff. And it's funny because I say this all the time. It's like we all gonna die at some point, but what are you willing to die for? Who are you willing to die for? Some people are willing to die for hoes.
Shout out to Real Dope because he's willing to do that, brother. I mean, if you want to know a guy who's willing to die for the hoes, my man.
Yo, Hank got foot on neck today, boy.
Period. I mean, I go at it with Hank though. I wouldn't say that's willing to die.
Hey, yo, pause, bro.
Hank,
damn, bro.
These niggas up here can't fight, so I'm good. I'll fight these niggas for them though.
How do we always default? We know what? It's not nobody trying to fight me this time, so I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Man, that's my buddy, man. I don't care what y'all say about Dope, man. That's my buddy. No, but as far as the Adrian Broner thing, man, what do you think about that, Davon?
Adrian Broner. Oh yeah,
he was on that show on Cameron show.
It's funny because I was watching that like before I even came through. I was watching that because he's from where I'm from, Cincinnati. So yeah, I heard about him. On Cameron, he represent the city like very well. I mean, he's from Harlem, so he used to be out here in the clubs tearing it up at the Ritz. Back in the day, I used to get in those clubs way before I was even old enough to get into them. But that's another story.
Oh,
had good times, great times, man.
Oh, where at? In Cincinnati or in Jersey?
Yeah, Cincinnati, Ohio.
See, man, y'all different up there. Y'all weird up there, man. I don't know what's them brothers in Cincinnati, man.
Hey, that's why they call us the Nasty Natty. We do nasty work sometimes.
God damn.
Hey, this me and Cam in the profile picture right here. I forgot that this is our profile picture. You can see it.
Now you talk about how I had that ready. Look at yours. You got a picture of nigga you talking about it.
Chicago. I really forgot.
Yeah, but look, that shit was wild, man. I mean, hey, brother, man, he's a goddamn joke, man. That man needs to be in somebody's goddamn AA meet, man. He's doing bad. I mean, next thing I'm waiting for him to do another fight. He probably gonna be at the local flea market. No, I'm telling you, watch, Red. He gonna be at the local flea market in Cincinnati having a boxing goddamn match.
He gonna fight at the Choctaw Casino in Oklahoma.
He might go get a fight in the Aiden Ross League or some shit.
The last Adrian Broner fight I tried to go to got canceled, and I'm never in my life buying a ticket to shit with his name on it again.
God damn.
But it's funny because everybody trying to do that though. It's like anybody can do it.
What, like fight?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. What was it? Someone with Charleston White. He did some shit.
Yeah, he fought one of them the Island Twins and whooped them.
Yeah. I mean,
that was weird. He beat you.
Getting beat up by Charleston White got to be the biggest.
That's crazy because that dude is short for one. He's like
got
50,
one eye,
and then he's got one eye. Like, damn, bro.
Just go
southpaw. Just go southpaw on him, bro.
Start
circle right on his ass, bro. That motherfucker done. Yo, I would feel so bad fighting Charleston White, bro. Oh man, I would have to like use one hand or something to make it fair. Like,
but y'all want me, but y'all was trying to hype up me to fight OG Speed. How the fuck you think I feel?
OG Speed was gonna piece your ass up, but
I feel like if I didn't notice you really didn't believe that, I would almost be offended.
Nah, I'll get
Oh man, well y'all took it all the way left with this conversation, man. JR, did you hear that other clip?
I think he still want the fade, bro.
I'm working on it right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no more words.
You should listen.
You hit to say his name 3 times, you might pop up on.
Y'all know what my get down. Nah, that nigga, he got his CPAP machine on and is in his coffin sleep, upside down, hanging in his closet, bro. That nigga's not coming up here tonight.
He say he been running miles waiting on you.
That's cool. He gonna run his ass into a grave and then die before the fight. He better kind of fuck down and relax and save some of that energy. You can't be one foot on the grave talking about doing no gangster shit or getting active. That don't make sense. I'm gonna push your ass over.
When the fight's supposed to happen?
Shit, JR either put together his own little put on his own little like
a league, right? Put the Lapeef League and shit.
Yeah, like a Lapeef League.
Yeah, word up. All the panelist boxing matches.
If you had to pick something, all right, no.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
You had to pick people on the show. Who would be your verses?
Oh,
did you pick a girl?
This would be fun.
God damn.
Yeah, because I'm putting a couple girls. I got 2 girls I want to see. I want to see Ali fight. I think it's gonna be Dope and Law. It's gonna be Shells and nobody because everybody likes Shells. So Shells is just gonna walk into the ring and walk back out. Ain't nobody fighting fucking Marcus because you gotta fight that light skinned pro African FBA nigga from Fatty Panel. You gotta fight him. Fuck, what's the one who look like Junkyard Dog? I'm trying to never mind. He's a light skinned. I can't think of his name though, but he got like a video of him talking about if you gonna do it, then nigga do it like him. You got to fight that nigga, Trev. You got to fight the niggas that's been clipping you and having you looking crazy. You got to fight all of those content creators. Like this might be ugly. You got to fight all of them niggas. Shit, we got to have Bo fight. What's the lady with the old lady with the white hair?
Don't call her old lady. She gonna get mad.
No,
you talking about Lady O?
Lady O.
What the? How old is Lady O? I'm sorry if she's not old. I'm my bad. How old is she?
She's like 54.
She's allegedly 52.
Cool. She's 52. Like, what are we? She's old. So cool. Her and Bo, because you know what I'm saying, they had that little, trip. And then I guess I got a round robin. I gotta fight what's the prison nigga's name?
You gotta fight a lot of niggas.
You gotta fight a lot of people.
Kenny. I gotta go round robin with Kenny and OG. So I gotta do 2 back-to-back. Pause. That's a good card right there, bro.
Oh shit. He said back to back.
Hey, hold on, Hank. You ain't off the hook either, nigga. You gotta fight the girl with AIDS. So you got the most risk. You gotta put a hazmat suit on.
No. I don't fight women, man. So I ain't doing that.
No, it's a heifer, bro.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up.
You ain't lying. Ain't gonna get me locked down.
You know, I think would be really entertaining though. You know what I think would be really entertaining, like if y'all, cause y'all got some beautiful women on this. Hey, do some mud wrestling shit with the women.
Where?
Hey, turn that shit up.
Nasty Cincinnati.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah. Turn that shit up.
You say
I told you that, Trav. I told you that crazy up there.
You really from Cincinnati.
Jay Devon, you gotta say names.
Yeah.
Who you talking about?
I gotta say names.
Who you talking about?
Who you talking about?
Yeah, who you talking about, bro?
I mean, there's quite a few of them that I've seen on here. Like,
just name like 1 or 2.
You know some names.
3 or 4.
Shit.
Quite a few. That's like 7.
Y'all gotta put these in the back chat.
I like La Bonita, even Bo.
You knew that name.
Even Bo. Shit, that shit'll be crazy. He said that, and it's funny y'all said I'm from the Natty. Yeah, you know I'm definitely from the Natty.
Hold on, man. You ain't got none of that broad in your system, do you? You ain't been drinking that Henny?
No, I ain't been drinking none of that Henny. Hey, but I'm gonna be real. Back in the day, that's all I used to drink. Hey, I was on that pop, that Henny, that Alizé. I think one of my first drinks when I was younger was Thug Passion too. Thunderbird. Shit, that was like one of my first drinks.
I tried.
That was when I was younger though. I couldn't drink.
Yeah. I mean, I used to drink Mad Dog, Cisco, 211, all that bullshit. Back in the day, I was throwing whatever back, yo. What? Colt 45. Didn't matter.
You said back in the day you was throwing whatever. What you say?
No, I said back in the day when I was young.
Trey said back in the day you was throwing whatever back. What you say?
Colt
45.
Dope. Hey, real dope trying to throw shots.
Hey, Jay Devon, somebody in the chat said you ain't got no lenses in your glasses, bro.
Oh yeah, I know. That's dirty work. That's nasty.
Do the Calvin. Touch your
I did that shit purposely. I did that shit purposely. Hey, you know that used to be a trend back in the day.
Yeah,
I'm making it back happen.
Yeah, I seen Paid in Full. I remember when he was like, "Hey, sorry about this, Miss Billups." But we
really touch your glass. Can you just do it real?
Sorry. I got lenses in mine though, but that shit was funny.
He got lenses in there.
Yeah.
Is it lenses in there or
no? No, he said it don't.
He just touches eyes.
It is funny. It's funny though, because I was out one day and like somebody was like, they didn't even know. People didn't realize it the whole time I didn't have lenses, and they walked right up in my face and they said, "Do you got lenses?" It's like, nah, who got lenses in? You ain't know this whole time.
Man, I'm so blind.
Hey, man, I get it. Sometimes the frames hit. I get it.
No, I really like these frames though. As funny as one day, it was crazy because I was watching the game. You know, the Bengals 2-0 right now, and I was watching that Cleveland game. I was so wet. It was my boy's birthday too. My glasses fell off my face. The lens popped out. So I said, forget it. Man, I'm about to just turn these into some glasses.
Hey, yo, these cats, I think they trolling right now because I get it. As a glasses man, I definitely understand. Sometimes the frames just hit. You know what I mean?
They are nice. I like them.
It was wet.
What does wet mean?
Yo, I don't want to know.
I was lit. There's another word for being lit.
Okay,
yeah, I don't want to go to Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Hey,
so yo,
they said
catch this.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. They say not even just Cincinnati. They say if you can make it in Ohio, you can make it anywhere. And I done been all over the place.
Ooh,
I done been I got passport. I done been all across the world. Been to Jamaica. I've been to Israel. I've been in New York. And a lot of people didn't even know we was out there wilding like in New York. My homies, like
the way you said New York after Israel, like that was
right.
Like,
hey, but you know Israel, But you know Israel and Jamaica, you go to certain parts of those places, man. Like it's very poor and it's the jungle for real. Like it's really rough. It's poor, man. Hey, when you go out in them streets for real, you think it's rough out here in America. It's rougher over in these other countries. No lie. Like I literally went to Jamaica one time and we went on a Bob Marley tour, me and my wife, and they held us hostage and said, if y'all don't pay us no money, we gonna lock y'all in this motherfucker. Like on some real ass shit.
So they threatened to lock you in a
Lock
hut?
his ass up. Lock his ass up.
Nah, it was in that the 9 Mile where Bob Marley, that
I
little
know what you're talking
tourism
about.
spot.
I know what you're talking about.
That's crazy. That's a goddamn hut.
I'm traumatized still
Motherfucker
from
ain't
that
got
shit.
doors. Where they gonna lock you in?
Nah, they do. They had a whole gate. They had it locked up
Okay. You're right. I forgot
before
about the
we
gate.
exited out. And they
How'd you get out? Did you pay the money?
I had paid them money. I think they knew. I think they kind of had a feeling because I had money. I was bringing American dollars. I was tipping everybody. I was showing love.
But Devon, you should have shown them your glasses. They ain't got no lens. They probably would have gave you a hardship waiver or something.
Damn.
Hey, nah, they probably would have just stopped just because of the frames. I had money and I had American dollars too.
The president is supposed to be more diplomatic than that, Hank. Damn.
No,
Y'all can't be. Y'all wild. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Y'all can't be doing. Listen, that's why when I go on vacation,
it's about the frames, not
I
the
spend the
lenses.
money.
Why y'all acting like that?
I don't want to be around no poor people when I go on vacation. I'm not trying to get robbed. In the money, and I don't go on Carnival
stay
cruises.
on the tour site.
He said no Carnival cruises.
What's wrong with Carnival cruises?
I
Man?
pay to be away from them type of people. I don't go to Miami.
What type of people is that?
No type of people on them Carnival cruises.
Damn, real dope.
Yeah.
Hey, it's nasty
Well, you
work.
he don't love the black people though, boy. Real dope, you ain't shit, man.
No. If I see a black person that can afford to be where I'm at, then they my friend. Yeah.
But she wasn't talking about passport bros.
It was. You could talk about that.
This is a topic. And this is a back end story people don't talk about. It's a lot of crazy shit that happened. Like when you go out countries that you don't know about, you don't know their rules, you don't know their standards, none of that. Like you just going somewhere just because everybody else doing it, you ain't even done the research.
Just blame Groupon for that.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go to Jamaica. There's too many niggas in Jamaica.
Yo, if not going on Carnival cruises make me classist, then I am classist as fuck. Like if that make me class, I'm classist.
It does, but that's fine. You have the right to be.
I don't know.
I am classist. If that's
Look, I don't like Carnival, man, because they be having all them goddamn crazy ass kids on there. So I like to go on adult only cruises. So yeah, fuck Carnival. But Carnival do have adult only cruises now. They just recently started it. So maybe I get back on Carnival. I don't know.
Cruise ship went by the Carnival cruise. They look like they was having more fun.
Hey, they also have
they be
black
lit though.
people. They have
I never going for it. They be lit.
A no niggas cruise now too. So I'm cool with that. I have
what's up, Will?
Ink don't want to be on that cruise unless you got an AARP card.
Go
if
to
you
hell.
ain't got an AARP card, he don't want to be on that cruise.
Go to hell, man.
The president in the building.
Then they say when I was at Israel,
shout out to those elders.
When I went to Israel, they say Tel Aviv is like San Francisco. And I went there for this. A lot of this stuff is more modernized nowadays. They got a different metric system, but some of these people out even on the other side of the country, they wild, and these women busting it wide open, everything. It's crazy out there, man. It ain't the way some of us just on the outside looking in, but if you go there, it's a whole nother story.
Salute for the fact that you've been to Tel Aviv, big dog. That's not. I don't meet many people that have actually been there in person, so that's fine.
Who wants to go to Tel Aviv though?
People who like to travel.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the draw to Tel Aviv?
Say you've been there.
No, it was just
the Grand Mosque. Big ass mosque there too.
Yo, Will, lay off my man.
It was like a missionary
thing. I'm asking. I don't care where people go. I don't like traveling no more. I'm fine with staying in the U.S. for the rest of my life.
Really?
Yeah, I don't give a damn about traveling.
Will so jaded.
How am I jaded? I just got back from Japan.
You just said you don't want to travel no more.
Bro, I'm telling you, I can stay in the U.S. for the rest of my life. I've been to Japan. I've been to Dubai. outside of those two places, bro, it's like where you gonna go that's better than Dubai?
Depends on what you're looking for.
Maldives.
There's Dubai has everything. Dubai is Las Vegas, New York, and Miami, and Paris, and
Seychelles.
every place you want, all roll into one.
Look, let me say this. There's a lot of good places in the United States right now. I mean, truth be told. So if he make that statement, I wouldn't want to go out of the country. No, I don't blame him. Because there's a lot of places in the U.S., you know, that a lot of people never been. Especially
I don't blame him either. Shit,
if you've never been to the Midwest area, it's a lot of great places. And it depends on what you're going out of the country for. You know, most time people like to go shopping, the eatery, you know, stuff like that, just to see different things. I mean, you got a lot of stuff in the U.S. that, you know, you could go see. Man, a lot of these other countries you're going out of don't have. So,
Bro, I've been to a lot of countries. Like I'm north of 80, and I ain't never been to Hawaii, and don't ever plan on going.
And there's no.
I don't see the draw on that either. It's too expensive too.
There's no place on planet Earth better than America.
At what?
Just in general.
You think?
Like
you think
it may
America
be
got the best
something.
service?
No. See, I'm about to turn my camera on in a second, real dope. Don't ask me no stupid questions.
Come on.
Listen, everything can have something. Like if we're talking about cumulative score. Who has a better cumulative score than United States of America?
Singapore.
Depends on what you cumulative.
Yeah, I'm
talking about when you take everything into consideration. I'm not talking about like just crime or education.
Singapore,
I'm talking
Japan,
about
Singapore,
crime,
Japan,
education, women, food, medical coverage, free college. What we
ain't no way. What? Okay, y'all niggas stupid.
I'm just saying America's not in the top 10 in most of the major things that a country is graded on.
Most
no.
He talking about traveling. You can go to the snow. You can go to a tropical place. You can go to a desert. You can go to a normal place. All here.
It has everything.
I thought we were talking about like living.
You talking about living like life or just traveling to go?
Weren't y'all talking about traveling?
Yeah, I would say Middle East then.
No, there's no place. Look, America has like M. White Marcus just said. Look, we got the cold, we got the tropical climate, we got the beaches, we got the mountains, we got the desert, we got casinos, we got we got skyscrapers, we got every Great Lakes, we got everything, bro.
So
France,
United States. What about
we got nasty Cincinnati too. Don't forget about that.
Hey, the Natty in the building. Hey, Jay Devon, you from Natty?
Hey, do you know that Ohio is one of the most sacred states in the country, man?
No, we didn't know that, nor do we.
Yeah, y'all
that.
didn't know that?
No.
I'm talking about when you go from the historical part. Like, but it's a lot of other states too. Don't get me wrong. Like,
it can't be a lot of states that's the most sacred.
When you were talking about all these other things, like even just the pyramids, like just the stuff that, you know, historically, like you can literally, like you said, just in this country, like there's a lot of things that you can like see that.
Hold on, y'all got pyramids in Ohio?
See within
y'all like sightseeing?
It's pyramids literally in Ohio. It's pyramids all across this country.
Y'all like sightseeing?
Mounds, the Cahokia mounds.
Y'all can't just look at pictures of these things?
Yeah, you can look it up and Google it.
Yeah. Well, but you can look at pictures of anywhere then, dope, if that's what you're going to base it on.
But some places you got to experience the weather. You got to, like, you never been on an overwater bungalow. You want to get on an overwater bungalow. Like, you want to stay on one of them joints. You want to experience the service in these other places. But, like, looking at the Great Tower of Pisa or something, like, I don't, like, or the towers and places and the Coliseums and all that. I don't want to, well, that's just me. I don't give a fuck about sightseeing at all.
Hey, y'all, look, y'all know I don't be in the comments, but shit, when there's this many people on the panel, I'm like, let me go see what the comments say. Ekade say, I don't know what I'm talking about. Ekade, why you moved to America?
Damn.
He better watch his mouth. We send him back.
Wait, is he in America right now?
Send him back. We don't play about our country.
Wait, is he in America?
No, I think he is in America.
You sure?
Well, I don't know.
No,
Do you
he
consider?
on this American panel.
Do you consider
Wi-Fi
Texas
too
America?
stable to not be in
Trav?
America.
Do you consider Texas America?
Barely.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
hold on,
Kenny,
hold
you
on,
better
hold on.
respect our country
We're not gonna
when
do
you
no
That's a
here.
fucking
good thing.
Texas slander. We can leave
He
that.
over here.
You niggas is talking about Ohio is sacred. Like we definitely
Wait. No, look. What I
Texas, Little
follow with.
Mexico. You need to
No, I was
you
just
need to
saying.
stop
I
that.
said it's
Barely.
one of.
That's a good thing.
I
No,
said it's one of the sacred. It's many of places that's sacred, like in this
Sometimes,
country.
sometimes people don't know what the hell they're talking about. You've been to 2 countries and then you're talking like you've been around the world. You
He
went
talking
to
about
Dubai.
Wait. Who said I've been to 2
Ooh.
countries?
who is this
You
for?
said you say you've been to Japan and Dubai.
Right.
Dubai is like a New York City. That's what they got. That's it.
Wait. Who did I ever say I've only been to 2 countries?
But
Oh,
see,
you said you've been to Dubai
Oh, she looking at
and
Kenny
Japan.
for that.
That's all you said. So that's
Right,
2
but
countries.
do you want me to name every country I've been to?
you can learn.
Oh, bro, you can name it because
No,
for you
I'm
to
asking you
say
what does so tell me this, Ekene, what's the best country in America? I mean, in the world? Nah, nigga ain't got no words.
no, I got to fight with this little girl.
No, he
What's
only
the
Trying to
has
stay.
best
one
Yeah.
country?
answer. It
Hold
better
on,
be
hold
the
on, hold
country he
on.
moved to.
I got to come back. I got to. I'm
Yeah.
listening. No, go ahead and talk. I'm
Hey
going to
man,
come out now. I'm trying
But
to
he
come
can
out
tell
now.
us all that, but
hey,
he
Okay,
could
put
have
her
just
to
told
sleep.
us the
she
country.
walked out. Okay, she just
Look,
walked away. What was your
why would you
question
just
again?
you
You
heard
can
my
put
question?
put your baby to sleep.
No, he heard my
The mom is
question.
not. No,
Ekene,
no.
Ekene,
You said
answer the question.
Kenny, that
you.
was a baby or an adult woman?
No, that's a baby. My
Okay.
little girl. Yeah,
Ekene, answer the
yeah.
question,
Good.
sir.
No, what was your question again? Because I
You
was
you
fighting her,
you heard the question.
brother. I was trying to get my daughter out of my hand. So what was your
Ekene, what's the
question?
best country? What's the best country in the world?
The best country in the world. What do you mean by the best country? Is it a
Oh,
country that you go? No. If you want to talk about the best country in the world, you can't say the best country. You might
No.
say the best city
Kenny,
in the world.
what do you consider to be the best country in the world?
In terms of the best country in the world, I would say where there is less crime. That's the best
And
country to
Kenny,
me.
where would you
That's
consider to be the best country in the world? If somebody asks you, what
If
would you
you
say?
ask me today, what's the best country in the world? In terms of crime, I would say Japan. Japan is the top when it comes to crime. In fact, literally, Japan, only one person has a gun. You see what I'm saying? They will go a whole decade without reporting any crime at all. You
So
can leave your cell phone on your chair and come back the next day, and the cell phone is right there. You don't have to look for it. Over here in America or in Nigeria, if you leave your cell phone, it's gone.
Kenny, I just
You
don't want you
try
to
to
switch
lose
the
yourself
question,
in the
right?
can
snake.
you
Because
answer the
But I'm
question?
answering your question.
I feel like you switched it to the safest country in the world. I'm just going to pick
No,
that.
it depends on what you're asking. So you can't say where is the best country in the world. There is no literally best country in the world. It all depends on what you're looking for.
You're being disingenuous.
How?
Because if somebody asks you what's the best soda, you're going to tell them the soda that you think tastes the best for you,
I,
right?
I, I, know- I,
What's the
number
best
one, I
food
will
in the
tell you
world? You're going to tell them what's the best food that you think is the best food. What does a
exactly.
Kenne think is the best country in the world?
If you literally want to ask me what is the best country in the world, I'll say it's Nigeria. What the hell? It's Nigeria.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Marcus, before you get started, I know this is your shit. How is Nigeria the best country in the world when y'all's electricity is only on for 17 hours a day?
Oh, you asked me a question, right? I say it's Nigeria. Nigeria is the best country in the world to me,
Okay,
and
so
I can tell you why.
you biased.
Because hold on a minute. If I tell you why, you will find out. Because number one, electricity is not out in everywhere in Nigeria at the same time. They do have electrical problem. I'll give you that. But guess what? Crime rate is not bad in Nigeria because of what? I can literally go to sleep with my door open.
Then why did
I
you come
can,
over here?
brother. I'm a U.S. citizen. I can be here.
Yeah, why did you become a U.S. citizen?
Oh, say why are you still here?
A lot of what? Hold on a minute. I live in 2 countries. This time I live in 2 countries. Okay. I can be wherever I can be. You see, let me say this thing real quick. This is why I tell black men all the time that a black man is his biggest problem. I don't know why the hell you guys are in 1 country. You can live in 2, 3 countries. You got to diversify yourself.
This is true.
Most of the black, and let me finish, brother. Hold on. Most of the black men that I know have not been out of the country. for one day. What the hell is that? And you proud of that? That's a big shame. White men
Hey,
try.
hey,
I
let
know
me speak
white
to
men.
that.
I'm coming.
Let me
Will,
speak to
please.
that.
I'm coming. I know white men that travel out
God
of this
damn.
country every time. They travel out of this country 2-3 times a year. I'm sorry, 2-3 times a month, doing business all over the world, making money, going looking for resource, making things happen. And I know Nigerian people and some few black people that do that, but majority stay in Texas. They don't even go past Texas.
Oh no,
Some of
Kenny,
them
no,
doing,
real quick.
hey,
Cause
some of them
only thing,
doing
cause Kenny,
nasty work.
you just didn't answer the question, right? I just want you to answer the question before we move on.
He did. He
So
said she said Nigeria.
really, because you are from Nigeria, right? You were born and raised in Nigeria.
Yeah,
So
I was
so
born.
at a certain point in your life, you said, "I also want American citizenship." What Willie is
I
asking you
said,
is why did you go and get that American citizenship? Because I don't have Nigerian citizenship, right? I
you
never.
can get you can get it if you want to.
I'm 30% Nigerian.
Guess what? If you're 30% Nigerian, you prove that you get it. I don't know why you don't even have Nigerian passport if you're 30%
Because I
Nigerian.
just got my DNA tested recently.
And guess what? Go get your
You in the
passport.
system
I'm
now.
gonna go get it.
Hey,
Go
hold on.
get
Can
it,
I?
brother. And guess
Let
what?
me
If you get it, you when you go to Nigeria, you make shit happen.
And we gonna be brothers.
Get your business, brother.
Say we're gonna be brothers.
We already brothers.
I know that's right. Hey,
Like I said, we already brothers. Okay.
Ikane, you gonna start wearing the do rag too?
Hell no, I'm not wearing that shit.
I'm gonna gift you one. I'm gonna send you one. Send me a PO box or something.
Shit, I gotta send Trigger Mike that damn trigger.
Hey,
Now I'm thinking about
let
it.
me respond to what Ekane said. So Ekane, here's one thing you gotta understand, sir. How many miles is it from the West Coast to the East Coast in the United States?
From West Coast to East Coast in the United States is about I think it's like 3,400 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere around there.
So in Africa, in the UK, bro, you can fit the United States as a country is almost as big as the whole continent of Europe. So when a lot of people be bouncing from country to country, they don't have the luxury of changing climates within their country. Their country has one temperature for the most part. They don't have the luxury of, they have to learn multiple languages. Because just to go 300 miles east, north, south, or west, you have to have a passport. Bro, do you not realize how free people are in America to roam, to go from cold climate to tropical climate? Y'all don't have those luxuries. There is no way in hell Nigeria is a better country than America. You out your damn mind. And you sought citizenship.
It's
Hold
for
on,
you.
bro. You sought citizenship here. You don't see Americans rushing to Nigeria for no damn citizenship. What we gonna benefit by becoming Nigerian citizens?
Nigerian hoes.
Lower electricity bills.
I'm a PhD.
You know what? Let me put it this way. Sometimes people just speak out of
Hey,
their
you lucky I can't chop you up.
not even.
My baby keep making noise
I
in the
know
background.
my baby doing the same thing that your baby doing to me. Your baby doing the same thing to you that my baby is doing to me. But let me say this to you, brother. Well, sometimes people speak out of their nose, not even their mouth. Let me say this, right? America is a big country. There is no doubt about that as a single country. But you've never been to Nigeria. You don't even know Nigeria how big it is. Nigeria is the size of.
And you don't want to
No,
live in
let me,
Nigeria.
brother.
So why do I need to
I
go
live
there?
I live in Nigeria three months out of a year. I'm a
And why don't you
businessman in
live there?
Nigeria.
Why don't you live there 12 months out the year? I ain't never met a person who choose to live in the lesser country 75% of the time
Right.
and live in the superior country
Be-
25% of the time when
because guess what
when it's his homeland.
because guess what I did? I lived 22 years in Nigeria and I came to America, live about 10 years. And guess what I did? I took business from America to Nigeria and then took my business from Nigeria and brought it here. Guess what? I manage both sides and I make money both sides. Nigeria makes brother, let me say this, right? As long as I make money, I don't give a damn what you think, because guess what? America makes me money, Nigeria makes me money. The both country make me money. That's all I care. I don't
What
give a
country
shit
makes you
about
more money?
Wait,
America.
wait.
let
So
me
hold
put
on.
it this
Can
way.
you tell us? Can you tell us what makes Nigeria better? We know you make money. Now, hold on, Ekene. Does it matter if you're a billionaire in Africa or if you're a billionaire in the United States? Are you more of a billionaire if you're in a different country?
I'm a billionaire in the same, as long as I'm a billionaire. It
So
doesn't
what are you
matter.
talking
But
about?
one,
So if all you care about is
but
making money, sir,
all
you act like
all I
people
care
ain't
about is
making money.
okay,
You
no
act like
worries.
people ain't making money in America. What are you
This is
talking about?
childish. What I'm trying to tell you is this, right, brother? Worry about where you make money, not where gives you peace at this age. At this age, what I care about is where make me money. Because both sides I have fun. Just like I can stay up to 5 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning in America having fun. The same thing in Nigeria. I can stay up to 3 a.m. in Nigeria having fun. Let me tell you something you don't know. In Nigeria, sometimes guess what happens? I might be at home chilling with family members, and a friend calls me up and say, "Hey, where are you at?" I'm like, "I'm at home." He said, "Can you catch a plane and come to Lagos real quick?" And I'm in Abuja, the capital, right? Guess what? I go to the airport right away. I book a flight right there. I catch a plane, and I'm in Lagos. I party in Lagos from 6 p.m. No, from 8 p.m. after landing to like 2 a.m. And then I go to another spot, stay there to 5 a.m. and go back to the airport, catch a plane back to Abuja. That is fun, man. That is me having fun. I can do it in America and I can do it in Nigeria. So both sides don't make no difference to me as somebody that have fun both places. But this is what I got to say, because this is where deception comes. When you guys talk about America, you talk like other people live in jungle. It's not. The world is the same now. It's not like before. If you say 40, 50 years ago, then I would believe you. But today, you can go to Johannesburg, right, and party and catch a flight to this thing to Abuja, Nigeria, and land there in 6 hours. And party and head back to Johannesburg. I've been in Nigeria, right? I'm in Nigeria. Somebody say, "Hey, are you going to be in the US in 3 days?" I said, "What's going on?" They told me what's going on. Guess what I did? I booked a flight and came back to the US. Landed in 3 days. Have fun. Head back to Nigeria in a week. You can have that fun everywhere.
Hey, does anybody know what he's talking about?
No, that's not the case for everybody. And people should know that, man. They got.
Hey, I'm sorry, JR. Every time I
I just
show up,
told,
I bring the trouble with me.
I just told him, like, and this is just Jamaica. I'm saying to you that you go places and you could literally get like whole hell hostage. Some people don't even come back. Like, we got DEI, all that. Like, this one guy was telling me, I think he was from Nigeria where I work at. He was saying, like, people wouldn't even come back home. Like, there's a lot of crazy work going on right now. We making it seem like it's like you kind of making it seem like it's just that easy. It's not. Now, maybe years ago when I even went to Israel, that was before COVID. But like after COVID, like I'm telling you, and all this other stuff going on, things has changed. And to me, honestly,
If you're talking about Israel, Israel is a whole total different world compared to the rest of. I'm never going to go to Israel. What am I doing there? It's like me being in the front zone, even in time for
what
peace.
are
I'm
you
never
talking
going to.
about?
I'm still don't understand. Has he told us gave us one
Israel,
answer how Nigeria is better than the United States?
Did I ever say Nigeria was better than United States? Hey guys,
Yes, you
did I
said it's
ever
the
say
yeah,
best
that?
you
country in the
did.
world.
I said Nigeria was better than US.
You said it's the best country in the world.
I said he asked me which country is the best to me. I said it's the best country to me. What is bad
No, that's
about
not,
that? I never said it's
bro.
better than US.
All right.
Hey,
Isn't Nigeria part of
Hey,
Africa, right?
No, wait.
Redo,
Let's ask
Redo,
him. Let's ask him
Redo.
again.
Did I say that Nigeria was better than US? Redo. According to
You
your question.
you said that if I was going to ask you what's your opinion of the best country in the world, that you're going to say Nigeria, and I'm assuming it's because you're Nigerian. However, you should at least be able to provide something to kind of substantiate your opinion, right?
And after that, then I said to you guys that America has a lot of good things. Nigeria has a lot of good things. Every country has something to provide to each other. There is no place, literally, to me, is the best. It's just like Dubai. Some people like to go to Dubai and go crazy. I don't really care about Dubai. I've been there. I don't really care about it. Because guess what? It's not the kind of fun I like to have. You see what I'm saying?
All
It's
the
to
fun you
some
was
people,
talking about was staying up late to 3 o'clock in the morning
Yeah,
partying. Now
and
this the
partying and
but
stuff.
what
guess
kind of
what?
fun did you
Dubai,
That's what he
Dubai,
was
Dubai,
saying.
Dubai is not the only place to have fun. I don't like the kind of fun that they have there. To me,
But
it's more
that's
like
what
a
he
fake
just
life.
said.
Ekene.
That's all he was talking about was partying and bullshit.
No, what I'm saying about party, the reason why I said party was that if you want to have fun, if you want to party, you can party anywhere in the world. There is no place you can't have fun. If you want to drive from, in fact, if let me tell you this, right? The size of Nigeria, right, is the size of Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana put together, right? That's the size of Nigeria. But guess what? You can go from one part of the country to another. The weather changes, but it's not as big as the US. US is 10 times the size of 10 times the size of Nigeria. There is no doubt about that. You see what I'm saying? Um,
And you
then
can
when it
pretty
comes,
much get everything from this country that you can get
you
from
can get a
anywhere else
you can get a
if
lot
you
from
go
this
across
country.
the
There is no
country.
doubt about that. There is no doubt about that. It has a big beach. You can go from California to Miami to stuff. It's a massive country. It's not the only massive country on earth. Guess what? Have you been to China? If you go to China, China is just as United States in terms of weather. You can go from the very cold side close to Russia to the very warm side to North Korea. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing in terms of temperature with the United States. Their cities are far more newer, far more beautiful than most cities in the US. You see what I'm saying? They have a lot. They have a lot. They're like 10, 20 years ahead of the US. They have so much. In fact, you can go from New York to California distance in China in under 4 hours. Not a plane, a train. They have like New York City 3 times, 4 times over there. You go to Shanghai, it's just 2 times the size of New York. You see what I'm saying? You go to Shenzhen, in fact, you go over there, you go crazy because it's all business, all business. You can literally buy anything. Things that will cost you $10,000 right here will cost you like $500 right there. As long as as long as you buy it from the retail store. See what I'm saying?
Hey
They have
man,
a
you should
lot.
have been.
So United
Hey,
States is
Ekene,
not the only place because I
Ekene,
travel around the world.
Ekene.
There are many good shops out there.
You should have been a politician, bro, because you can put on the best filibuster. You, there's nobody that could filibuster better than you, bro. You just be talking. I don't think you even know what you be talking about. I bet you if I ask you to repeat what you said, you be like, bro, I have no clue what I just said. I'll just be talking because as words, as I think, you like people who freestyle and people just throw words in the air. You catch the word and you just create a paragraph or two off that one word. And if I gave you 15 words and you got 15 to 30 paragraphs, you gonna throw at us off of those 15 words. Now, Ekene, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you, but sir, I'm gonna try this one more time. What is the best country in the world? And if the answer is I don't know, just say I
The
don't
answer,
know.
the answer is your Papa village. That's the best country in the whole world. Yeah, America is the best country in the whole world. There is no doubt about that.
So we did all of this just for this nigga to agree with me. See,
America is
this
the
is why I
best
don't
country in
like
the whole.
King talk. Cause you niggas over here be talking. My baby speak.
America is the best country in the whole world. We can't argue about that. From
This
the
is a damn
sunrise, from the
shame.
sunrise of New York City to the sunset of Los Angeles, is the best country in the whole world. You
This
want a
is a
book. You want. In fact, let me say this to you. You did
no, please stop.
from the
No,
pitch
no,
of
don't tell
Georgia,
me what I already know.
from the
No,
pitch of
don't tell
Georgia
me.
to the
No.
flat sky of Texas. Is the best country in the whole world. It has a lot to offer. There is no doubt about that. I love America any day, anytime. I got to
Hey,
say
just
that for
stop
real.
right there because you keep talking, you're gonna find a way to contradict yourself. Just land your plane in midair. You don't even have to land on the ground. Just stop flying right where you at and just jump out the damn. Just jump out. No parachute or nothing. Just jump out. Don't worry, we'll catch the plane. It won't crash. We'll catch it. You just make sure you get the hell out. Damn.
Get the hell out to where?
Hey, I am curious though. Like, what type of fun were you not able to have in Dubai?
Bro, you just gave how many words did you say? What type of fun were you not able to have in Dubai? Bro, you know how long he about to be talking? Dude, you know how long he is. Somebody put a timer. It's 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 35 minutes. Go, Ekene, go now.
Ekene, you gonna let him bully you?
You know I'm not gonna listen. You know I'm not gonna listen to him. You know that.
Jawar, what's
Hey,
your thoughts on
Viz, check this out, right? Dubai. I don't know if you've been to Dubai, right? If you like, if you want to just go into a city, fly into a city, and all you want to do is city stuff, right? Dubai is the place for you. You're gonna see a lot of criminals, gangsters. Whenever we move gold, right? We move gold through Dubai. You see what I'm saying? Dubai to me
What do
has
Go
a
to
lot.
Cancun.
wait,
You
hold
can go to
on. What
Cancun, Mexico for that.
hey, what
No, no,
what do
no, no.
where were you at where you saw gangster?
You can't move that through Mexico.
Where,
Uh,
Said Dubai.
wait,
just
you said
tell
that you
one
saw
place.
gangsters. You said
Hold
that you
on.
see gangsters in Dubai.
You might not know this. Dubai is a criminal city, brother. There's a lot. Dubai is what you know in the surface. It has a lot to do.
So
It's like the
wait, I
oh
just want
man.
to so a little
I just gonna be hold on.
pushback as I've lived in Dubai, and when I say that I was the safest, the only place I was
Yeah, I
safer
was
was in
like,
Japan.
what?
Like you can't
He
curse
don't know
out
what he's
loud
talking about, bro.
in Dubai. You can't
There's
raise
no
your
way.
voice at somebody in Dubai. Like you can't litter. You can drive as fast as you want to. You can't be rude or disrespectful in Dubai. I
No,
think
no,
all of
Hey,
those
hey,
you
you
things
can't
better.
drive as fast as you want to, bro. They got
you,
the they got
with the right license plates, you can drive as fast as you want to in Dubai. You just have to pay for those cars.
right.
But not
Hey,
arguing with
You
anything
can't
else.
even
you
But
better
you can't
not.
even show personal affection out in public, right? Public.
You
It's
better
something
not
I heard
steal
about Dubai.
anything in Dubai.
yeah, you can. It ain't no
I
fucking
don't know
going
what
on.
he
It ain't
talking
no
about.
tonguing your girl. It ain't. But you shouldn't be doing that shit in public. No way in a Muslim country. So
Yeah.
it's you can't do a lot. Like you can't. That's why I like these chicks that keep going over to Dubai, keep getting arrested because they go over there. You know what I'm saying, try to be on this bald headed hoe shit they are on America, and then they go over to Dubai and then just think they can go over there and do the same shit. Like, and they getting locked up. So
Right.
Hey,
they,
I'll tell you what though.
criminality in Dubai is slim, if any. I would bet.
Dubai
No.
has the best McDonald's ever in the world.
Bullshit. Italy does. And I tell you why. Because Italy has a lobster roll, bro. Listen, don't judge me, but the best lobster roll I had in my life was from the Italy in Rome right outside the airport.
Italy has the best food when it comes to the West. There are
Bro,
no country in the West beat Italy in food
for
and
I
wine.
haven't been to Italy
Cut it
yet, so I
out.
can't
the
say.
one in Dubai is fire, bro. But as a guy who's had a
No,
mullet
Dubai has a very good McDonald's.
several times, the one you can't, it ain't fucking with the one in Italy, dog.
Hey, what can you not do in Dubai?
Pee in public, nigga shit.
No. I'm talking about
Uh,
adventure.
oh yeah, I don't
You
know, nigga
can.
shit.
There are a lot of things in America you can do in America. You can't do in Dubai. It's a Muslim country.
Yeah, you can
A
skydive,
lot
you can
you can
party.
still do a lot of that shit in Dubai. You just
Yeah.
can't do it as freely as you could in America.
Not in public.
The only thing you can't do in public in
I
Dubai
saw
for real is just
people
nigga shit.
Yeah, no, I saw people doing some. I seen people doing the exact shit that I read for us not to do.
Yeah, you can't. You go to a club, you're not finna be in that motherfucker standing on furniture and shit. Like you gonna go in there and have some decorum. It's a club, but they have couth and decorum. It's a Muslim country, bro. That's all it is. Like they say, you can come over here and do whatever you want to do. You're not paying tax or nothing, but you niggas is not gonna be niggas over here.
Hey, so real quick, crazy story. We had went to a bar, and my homie, he had on one of the fits when we went to the bar, right? So we there with our old ladies. We go take a seat. He goes to the bathroom. So we sitting at the table. It's like 10, 15 minutes go by. So I'm like, damn, where folks at? Where Rocky at? I'm gonna go check on him. I go to the bathroom to go check on him. He not in the bathroom. So I come back, go to the table. He's sitting down, but he in a whole different outfit. He said when he walked to the bathroom, this guy walked in and was like, someone wants to see you. He's like, man, who want to see me? I don't know. I don't know nobody out here. They took him to a back room, asked him for his passport, made him come out out the you dig, because by it being a bar, it was a religious outfit. So they was finna be on his ass if he ain't take it off, you know what I'm saying? And run up out of there. So when I walk back to the seat, that nigga damn near shivering. Like, man, he walk in, he like, man, take that off right now. Woo, give me your passport. Where are you from? What's your name? I'm like, yeah, no, they definitely on that. They take that shit serious.
Bro,
that's wild. Jawad, you came in on the pack. That's crazy. Viz, that's a crazy story. Jawad, you came in on the end. What's your thoughts on this? Or do you think passport bros are destroying women's lives?
Isn't that exciting?
What? I think anybody who just go overseas get a woman, they just find out what they like. I don't think they really destroying anybody's life. But I do think a lot of the guys here have wrong ideas about the women overseas, though. Most like myself.
Before you start, can you wrap up what you heard to prove was I tweaking with what I was asking, or did you hear them saying the same stuff?
Like what, they're prostitutes and stuff like that.
That's when I was asking the questions, could you wrap up what you heard and then tell what actually?
Well, I just caught a little bit of it. I didn't really hear anything, but it's just mostly just generalizations that most of the guys who come overseas who marry these, it's almost like they're saying they're marrying prostitutes or something. No. Like I'm married to a foreign woman. My wife is from Somalia, East Africa. And no, they don't do.
You got a beautiful wife, sir. There's a lot of beautiful women in Somalia.
Well, I mean, she grew up here in Dubai because I live in Dubai as well. So when these guys are talking about Dubai, I don't know how long they lived here, but I've lived here it's going on like 7 years, and I lived in Saudi Arabia for 10. Yeah, so I've been in the Middle East for like almost 16 years.
Yeah, I never lived there. I only visited twice.
Yeah, now the thing about Dubai is pretty much an illusion, though. People come there just to go, for the vacation, but now it's not hard for me, but life is kind of hard for most people who live in Dubai.
Yeah,
because most people who live in the UAE are from India.
Right.
That's actually the largest population is Indians, not Arabs. They only it's only maybe 2 million of the locals, what they call locals, and the rest of them are foreign born. So it is a lot of scamming here. I mean, the scamming here is like top tier level. Even myself who came from America, who thought I'm pretty street smart, but even I almost got finessed out of a lot of money here.
Yeah, I got finessed the last time I went. I had rented one of the like the G63s or something like that, the big G bodies. And dude, when I rented it, dude wanted me to give him my passport as like a, to keep it. I'm like, fam, I'm not giving
collateral.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm not giving you my passport.
That was imprisonment. He was
Yeah, I'm
stuck,
like, hey,
extortion.
no, that's over with.
You just ask for your passport. Usually they ask for the passport, and you have to put like a deposit of like.
So yeah, no, I put
that's what I was thinking. You're supposed to drop your passport.
I put $1,000 deposit down, but he was trying to keep my passport too. I'm like, I'm not giving you my passport,
bro. If you
bro,
ever
you're lucky.
If you're in a foreign country and you're American, as long as you have an embassy, there's an American embassy there, you're fine. Like it's not.
The American embassy don't do anything for you.
What are you talking about?
No. You can retrieve your passport from the American embassy. Yeah, you can do that.
Wait a minute.
What? You can go get your passport. You can go get a same day passport from the American embassy. Like what are you talking about?
No, I thought you was talking about.
Okay, it's in terms of crime or something.
If you lose your passport, you can go and get one from the U.S. Embassy.
Yeah, I got that. I thought you was talking about
And again, if you do go into the embassy and seek asylum as an American citizen, they will protect you. Like that's. I feel like that should be common sense.
I'm not even. No, I don't not believe you, but I just still wasn't finna give.
No, hell no, you shouldn't give it because that nigga gonna sell that. It's gonna be an Indian Viz coming back to America on your passport. So no, you did the right thing.
Yeah, but long story short, I brought the car back. I had it for the day, brought it back. These motherfuckers never sent me back the deposit.
Oh, you wasn't getting that back, bro. You should have just chalked that. You should have just known.
Yeah, I was pissed.
Of all cars, though, bro, you got a G-Wagon over there, man. You should have got you something fast.
But that was all they had.
Oh,
that was all they had with that. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see the police?
It was a Brutus though. It was
a
Brutus. So.
The Brabus, you mean?
Brutus, yeah. Brutus.
That's the big.
Check this out.
You were probably in the tourist area.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was a big one.
You were good, big dog. You got the bravest. You got the Brabus. You're tough. You're a tough one. That's.
And it's bulletproof too.
Hey, Jawar, tell me if I'm lying when I say this story that I experienced in Dubai. So I don't remember what part of town I was in, but I went to a restaurant and
Al Jumeirah?
No. I went to a restaurant. It was just like a little hole in the wall like deli. It wasn't nothing fancy or nothing. I was just going to get some takeout. And so me and my cousin, we go in the restaurant and we order our food, but there was nothing to really see in the restaurant. So we just stood outside because we was just people watching. It was quite a bit of people walking past in the area that we were in. So a G-Wagon drove past and I waited and whatever, talking to my cousin. I looked up, another G-Wagon drove past. Not thinking anything of it. Talking to my cousin, turned to the left, another G-Wagon drive past. And I'm like, bro, I just saw 3 G-Wagons, like literally in like a minute. So we sitting there talking, and as I'm telling him the story, another G-Wagon drives past. I'm like, bro, there's another damn G-Wagon. So I got intrigued and I started looking for G-Wagons. I didn't have to look long because we waited on our food for about 20 minutes. It finally came out. And in that time, about 97 G-Wagons drove past this restaurant. I literally stopped counting right before I got to 100. I'm just literally counting 1, 2, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Now, does that sound like a factual story or does that sound like something I made up? You live there. I don't.
No, in some areas, yeah, you can see that. That's
so. I try
in
to
fact,
tell
some
people.
of the police cruisers are like
they ride the form.
So
that's
these was
usually
all
like
brand new.
That's like really like in areas like Dubai Hills and.
The police force has a Bugatti on it.
I think it's the Do you guys know is the Palm Island in Dubai? So a
Palm
lot of guys
Jumeirah,
that live over, yeah,
the
they
Palm
have a lot
Jumeirah.
of they have
Yeah,
a
no,
lot of
I wasn't in no rich area like the Palm
no,
Jumeirah.
no, no. They no, they do come out from there. Those G
Yeah,
wagons usually come out from there. They go over the bridge, so they come
yeah, no,
out
no,
a
no, no.
lot.
But what I'm
Most of
talking
the people.
about, no, what I'm
No,
talking about,
but
this was just a normal neighborhood. This wasn't nothing
Hmm.
fancy. I don't
Hmm.
know
yeah,
exactly where I was at,
It
but
don't
it
matter.
wasn't.
They go to every neighborhood. It don't matter.
yeah,
Neighborhood doesn't matter.
every neighbor, because I kind of sell real estate here. Every neighborhood in Dubai has rich residents.
Plenty rich
No,
people.
no, I
Yeah,
understand that. That's
yeah.
what I'm saying is that's what when I tell people these stories that I experienced in Dubai, I'm telling them I'm like, look, it's a different place. Over there, it's like when you're not familiar with Los Angeles and you move to Los Angeles or you visit Los Angeles and you go like near the Beverly Center or I'm not the Beverly Center, I'm sorry, the Beverly Hotel or whatever. If you just stand on the intersection over there, the amount of fancy cars that you will see drive past will blow the average American away who lives in middle America. So when you go to a place like Dubai and they have like pet lions, I mean tigers and things like that, when they have money to just burn and they have McLarens, they won't drive nothing like a Maserati. People in America would talk about a Maserati. You're not gonna see anybody in Dubai driving a Maserati. So when you see these fancy cars, it's just like Hondas and Toyotas to them.
Well,
It's just
also
a different
because here in
experience.
Dubai, also those type of cars are kind of cheaper than America, though, because they have them. But let me tell you how some of these guys. Let me tell you how some of these guys spend their money, though. License plates. These guys are spending up to $2 million to get a specific type of license plate.
The most expensive
It's a whole underground racket where guys are trading license plates.
The most expensive license plate in Dubai is $10 million. They treat license plates like Americans treat art, and they just say they want to. This piece of art is worth $10 million, just so they can basically launder their money.
You see, when I was discussing when I was talking earlier about Dubai, somebody shut me down and said, Dubai is not like that. And then I said something about gold, that person shut me down. There's a lot of things I know about Dubai that
You
most
lost
people
your
in Dubai.
credibility when you did that song and dance just to say
Okay,
America's the
okay,
best country.
okay. But this is what I'm trying to say. Like you see how you are is talking, right? Those are things I know about Dubai. You can come to a city and you know the good side. There are people that know the criminal side of the city.
Hey, Canary,
Dubai,
you a criminal?
can you just chill for 1 minute, please?
No, bro, I know you not talking, bro. We sit here and
I'm
listen to you talk.
yeah, but you
We
gotta chill
listen.
sometimes. Sometimes people are trying to say something.
Wait
Let
a
me
minute.
pass things
Wait a minute.
across. Yeah, I will give
Wait
you
a
the
minute.
table,
This
bro.
is
Hold on, I'll
crazy.
give you the table. So
You
sometimes,
really
right, Dubai is the #1 money laundering place in the world.
so what?
In the world, it has a lot of good. Some people go there to have fun. Some people go there for business. I don't really care much about having fun in Dubai because I've had
You
my fun
told us
over
that
there many
already.
times. Okay then.
Yeah, and you didn't tell us why.
Yeah, I mean, what do you why we don't
Viz,
want to hear you
I
repeat.
can't divulge everything over the online. Come on, brother.
Well,
I can't
don't
do that.
repeat yourself. I mean, I called you
Yeah,
Debot.
I forgot, man. I
We don't
forgot you
want
be
to.
paying for it.
Listen, bro.
How funny.
We're not trying to listen to you tell us the same story 2 and 3 times. I don't understand why you think we want to hear you regurgitate the exact same story. You know what I told you Dubai is blue and green. 10 minutes later, I told you Dubai is blue and green. Bro, we don't want to hear
Eh,
this.
Okay, you know one thing that I kind of notice about you, you just love to see yourself talk
Okay.
and keep talking.
You're
Okay,
right. Mhm.
I'm not gonna go that low with you. Okay, just talk.
You're not
Jawad,
gonna go that.
Jawad, have
Yes,
you
sir.
noticed the people who do come from America? Do they typically keep their wives in the country that they meet them in, or do they bring them back to America often?
No, it just depends on whether they stay there for a job. Most people who travel or come to Dubai come in there for work, and then if they happen to meet, so that's what happened to me. I came overseas and I met my wife here. Actually, I met her in the
Did you-
hospital. I didn't even meet her in no club or nothing like that.
She was
She's
a nurse or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Did
so I
you
think that's how most people find their wives. Most guys who are traveling overseas, when they find a wife, they usually stay in the country a good while. They don't go there
But
for
those
like.
aren't passport bros, though. See, true pass. Look, I wasn't here for the broadcast earlier today, but true passport bros, like, I mean, I think it's stupid to push a narrative that guys should become passport bros. So when all these passport bros be like, get your passport, get your passport. I'm like, do y'all not realize y'all are talking to average Joe citizen who makes between $40,000 to $50,000 a year? How
Hey, that's
much
good money
time?
though. That's good money in another
No, no,
country.
no, 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 it's not. Listen. They still are American citizens and they're going to these other countries to seek out women. So essentially, what they're saying is suppress yourself for 51 weeks out the year. And for that 1 week that you get a vacation time, come over here and ball out. Sow your royal oats. Spread your seed as much as possible. And then go back into hibernation when you go
Nah,
back to the US.
They go to
most
Bahrain
of
to
the guys,
party like that because the Bahrain is the Las Vegas of the Middle East.
no,
Hold
most
on.
of the guys that I see who come overseas are usually
No,
generally
no, no,
like
no.
a
No, that's not what.
military
No, listen to what I'm
older.
saying. No, listen to what I'm saying. When you broadcast for guys to become passport bros, the average guy that you're talking to makes between $40,000 and $50,000 a year. How can he effectively be a passport bro unless he's going to suppress himself for 51 weeks out the year and he's going to ball out for the one vacation week he has to go overseas and be a passport bro? He
Wait a
doesn't
minute.
make enough money to live in
Will,
two countries.
are you? Wait a minute. No, most guys who are traveling overseas, I'm sure they're saving up their money. So
Right.
most guys like save up their money for like a good year. They take their 50,000. They can go to another country and find another job somewhere else in the country that they're visiting.
No, but then they wouldn't be a passport bro anymore because they will be moving to that country.
So what's the definition of of a passport, bro? To you? I mean, what's
A
the clear definition?
nigga
Just
who's
anybody who
using
goes
his
overseas,
passport to
or
go
just
to other countries and get
was
women.
it okay? So is a passport bro is just a guy who just moves around. You know, they don't
No,
stay long.
no, 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 no. A passport bro is a person who goes out of their country to entertain women in another country. The whole
And then
purpose of the
what
whole
about
purpose of being a passport bro is that you don't live in the country of the women you're pursuing.
so you think the only reason why guys go overseas is to just like kind of date women?
No, but if you're a
Because a lot of guys
passport
do,
bro,
because some guys do come look for wives.
right, it don't matter if you're looking for a wife or you're just looking to sleep around. Listen to what I'm saying. If you make 40 to $50,000 a year, how often can you travel internationally?
You could travel a good time for 50,000 with the American
No,
dollar.
no, 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 no. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't think about the money. Think about the type of work a person does who makes 40 to $50,000 a year. Do you think they have to show up to work 5 days a week, or do you think they can just frolic and show up when they want?
Well, most passport bros are resourceful. You know, a lot of them come to other countries and start businesses because that's what I
Right,
did. I
but
started.
but 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 listen. If you go to another country and you start a business, you no longer are a passport bro. You live there.
Okay, so what would I be considered then?
I
I
don't.
went out of the country.
You're an expat,
I met my wife
so to speak.
overseas.
You don't live in America, right? You live in another country. You were a citizen of Dubai, right?
No, I'm not
You
a
got a
city.
green,
No, I'm a
the
resident.
equivalent of a green card, whatever they have, whatever they give
Visa.
you, visa, yeah, visa.
No, I'm a
So
resident. I'm a resident.
okay, but
I'm a
listen to what
business.
I'm saying. Let me try this way. If you have a passport, what is the purpose of a passport?
To travel to another country.
Right. To travel outside of your native country, right?
Yeah. I
So
don't understand what you're
how
saying.
much how much do you think a person who has a who makes $40,000 to $50,000 a year on their job, how much time do you think they get off per year? How much time off of work?
Just 2 weeks a year, 2 weeks
Ain't
vacation time.
nobody making $40,000 a year getting 2 damn weeks off of work per year. Nobody making
the average
$40,000.
vacation time.
The average person who make $40,000 don't even get vacation time.
Okay, but what's your point here? What are you trying to say?
The point is, in order to be a passport bro, you have to frequently travel to other countries. When you promote to be a passport bro, the average guy you're talking to can't afford that lifestyle, nor do they have the time luxury for that lifestyle.
Most passport bros don't. Are you unless you're trying to say most passport bros are people who make over 50,000? No, that's not true. That's not true.
You're still missing what I'm saying.
No,
They
you keep
either
harping in on their salary, 40, 50. They're
well,
talking
because the
guys
type
who
of
make 40.
jobs that pay you $40,000 a year, they expect you to be at work every day. You don't
Okay,
have luxury time off. So
okay,
where do
but
you get this time to travel?
okay, but then there are some guys who be like, "Fuck it, I don't care about that job. I'm gonna go save up my money, take my money, go somewhere else, and start a new life."
Then they
They don't
wouldn't
care
be a
about.
passport bro because they moved. They live there now.
Yeah, I think what he's saying is that if you to be considered a passport bro from his perspective, and I would say mine as well, is that if you go to another country, once you come back, then you will be considered a passport bro. If you're going there just for this reason, and then you're coming back home, then that's when you're a passport bro.
I mean, but what time
If you
frame?
go
Because
there,
you have what time frame? Because you have guys who travel.
I'd say a week or two. Most people not going to stay overseas for longer than 2 weeks.
But Viz, the people who coined
So
the term.
what about this guy? See, what about this guy online? What's his name? The guy in Africa. Yeah, he's been out of the country for like years.
Yeah,
He's not a passport bro.
He just
Right,
renounced
so-
that name. He previously was operating under the title passport bro.
And he's not.
Like,
if
he
you
is a
move,
passport bro.
It's happening in Kenya, I think.
He's temporarily going to
I
each
just
one of
thought
these countries.
passport
There's
bros
more
was
than one
just.
country. He's at least on his like 4th, 5th country right now. He's not like staying in one space.
no, but
There's certain space he stayed like a long time. I thought
but-
passport bros were just guys who would just take their passports and go traveling, and they travel, they meet
that
women.
makes anybody a passport bro though that travel.
No, but it's the purpose of. But I understood it to be the purpose of traveling to meet quality or to meet women that are different from the women in America.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's just
so
women
think
in
about
general.
this. Think about what I'm saying now. If you're going to meet women who are not women in America, and you could only get a week off of work per year, you only make $40,000 to $50,000 per year. How in the hell are you saying you're having all this semen retention for 51 weeks to explode on them for 1 week out the year? Is that
Well,
what we're saying?
we have the internet, right? People can Skype and do Google Zoom and
You
Google
missed the
Meet.
part I said about exploding and semen retention, right? You ain't a passport bro because you Skyping into another country or you FaceTiming a chick.
No,
that
he's
live
talking
in another
about
country.
working. He's talking about working with remote jobs.
Why are you so interested in how the guys interact with these women, either through online or?
No, I'm not so interested in it.
Or in
I'm just
person. I mean, the point is the guys are looking for women who are responsive to them. So it could be online, it could be in face. There
then
are
so
some
you
guys
saying
who'll be
so
like,
you saying they acting like hoes then? Because who wants to have an international relationship over the phone?
obviously some guys do. They think it's better to have that than to just deal with some of these women who are in their neighborhood.
So there's nothing. So then we got to leave these women alone who marry dudes in prison because they might get one conjugal visit. Bro,
Are
listen
you
to what I'm saying to
comparing
you.
foreign women to
Listen,
prisoners, to niggas in prison?
listen to what I'm saying to you. If you get conjugal visits, hey Viz, let me ask you, if a woman can get a conjugal visit with her husband once, twice a year, and he's in prison, how is that any different from a dude being a passport bro that he can
What is
see his
this?
woman 1 week out the year.
What is this line of questioning? Are you just trying to ask these questions so you can
Will,
say
I
that
was
these
with
guys
you at
are
first. I don't know
losers?
what you're talking about now, though.
So Trev, that
Are you
don't make
trying
sense to you? Trev, does it
Let me
make
ask you
sense to
this:
you?
I mean, it makes sense
No,
to me.
I get that. So
I get what
I'll
she
put
was
this
saying.
out there.
So, do you have
I'll put this
something
out there. So
personally
the
against
average,
passport, bro?
No, I don't care nothing about what people do with their lives. I'm just simply trying to help y'all understand that to be a passport bro, for the guys who make a lot of money, for the guys who are former military, for the guys who are retired, do whatever the hell you want to do. But when you're talking and you're spreading the rhetoric to the average Joe American, he cannot be a passport bro.
Well, what is
He
the rhetoric?
find
What is the rhetoric you're talking
the
about specifically?
rhetoric is get your passport, leave these Western women alone, go find you a woman in Thailand, go find you a woman in some Asian country. That is the rhetoric.
And
Now,
what is
how are
wrong
they
with that?
gonna do
No,
that?
no, but what's the flaw in it? What's the problem with that? In your
You didn't just
perspective,
hear me break down that financially is not possible.
it is financially possible.
It is.
Ooh,
That's the
So
problem. I got
well,
I'm
however,
talking about. I came to Saudi
what you
Arabia
would
with
do.
less
This
than
is what you
$50,000.
this is what you would do
You
if that's your
moved. You
situation.
weren't flying back and forth as a passport bro. I didn't say they can't change their life and
No, I
move
was
there.
moving around. I was also moving around though. I was, I kind of ended up in the Middle East because I'm Muslim, but I
But
moved around.
you moved out of the country. Were you flying back and forth to America from Saudi Arabia every
Yes.
2 weeks?
No, but I
Gerard,
came back
did you
every
consider
year.
yourself a passport, bro? Did you or do you consider yourself a
No, I'm not a
passport?
passport. I'm married with kids. I'm not a
No,
Like
passport.
bro.
before you got married?
No,
Before you got
I
married?
didn't really. No, because I traveled overseas. My purpose of traveling wasn't to look for another woman.
When you was
I
traveling,
mean, I had women in America. I mean,
when
getting
you
a
was in
girl.
America, and your first trip to Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
the first year you went to Saudi Arabia, how many times did you go to Saudi Arabia in a year before you moved there?
Zero. That was my first time going there. I never went to Saudi Arabia before.
Okay, so when you moved there, how many times did you come back to America and then go home to Saudi Arabia in a year's time?
I went back to America every year.
No, how many times in a year? In a calendar year, how many times did you come back to America?
Well, I didn't. Well, I didn't come back as much because, when you come back to America so many times when you're working overseas, they take out higher taxes. So I just said, nah, I'm gonna keep my money in my pocket. So I'm gonna have to stay out of the country for a good
So
while.
how many times did you come back to America once you moved to Saudi Arabia?
Well,
In a year's
probably
time, like
once a year. Once a year.
the you still not understanding my point?
No, I don't really
But
understand
he
your kind of.
said that
I
he
don't
not a
really understand.
passport, bro. Though, Will.
I know, and I'm telling him, I know he's not a passport bro. I'm not calling him a
Right.
But what
passport
is your
bro.
thing against
What
passport? But why
I
you
just
talking
told
as
you,
if
I
you're
don't have a
bashing?
thing against passport bros. I'm just talking
I
about.
think you got some issue with them or something because you're
Okay, what
like,
do you think
why
my
these guys
issue
are?
is?
I don't know. I think you think that you think that passport bros are a bad influence on um, some men in America who are thinking about leaving the country to go explore other options.
Okay, now let me try it this way. For the guys who move to another country, like you, for example, let's say you were a passport bro. If you were to encourage men to move to Saudi Arabia, to move to Dubai, I would not say anything. Who cares? Move to Saudi Arabia, move to Dubai, move to Africa, Somalia, Japan. I don't care where people move. They move wherever they want to be. But when you're talking to average Joes,
So, okay.
if they're not moving there, if you encourage them to move there, so be it. But if you try to encourage them to just be a passport bro, meaning you're not moving there, you're just going to frequently visit. And the purpose of visiting is to get a different group of women, have access to a different group of women. That means your livelihood
No,
is still in America.
I think you
Your
have a.
home is still in America. Your vehicle is still in America. But you're going to leave everything you know multiple times a year to come play in the sandbox. And when I say
No,
the sandbox, I'm not literally talking about sand.
No, I think you have a pretty much limited view of how people meet people today in 2025. You know,
I don't
people
think
meet
you understand
people.
what I'm saying.
No, people. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
No,
People meet
please tell me what I'm saying. Please tell me what I'm saying.
people
I
meet
would
in
love to
foreign.
hear it.
People travel to foreign countries. People meet other people, meet new people while they're in the foreign country. If you're a passport bro, you can go to another country, stay for a while, meet somebody, then come back to America. You can chat over the internet. You can chat over Google Meet, Zoom. And then and a lot of these women, it depends on the type of women that you meet in these foreign countries. They will wait for you if she's a good
Yeah.
girl.
Just like conjugal
You have
visits in prison.
because the white boys here do it all the time. The white boys go
Hold on.
to Philippines, they go to Thailand, meet these girls like
But
for
my,
2 weeks. They meet these
but
girls
my
for 2
question is, man, I'm trying to understand what is really the huge difference between what people are doing with the passport bros from this country, because I just thought I heard what's your name, Jamar. Sorry about that. I heard you say earlier that a lot of people have when they go over the countries, they have like what they think about the women over there is like they really don't know what they're talking about as far as them like necessarily not doing some of the same things they do over here. It's like, to me, it's like a lot of these guys are just going over there, leading with their wallets like they do over in this country, just to turn a 304 into a wife. I mean,
again, I think you have to generalize. There are some guys who come over here for fun, who travel for fun, and then there are some guys who come to find wives. If you're looking for a wife, you will find your wife in these foreign countries. Most of the time, you'll meet them on the street, meet them somewhere like in a cafe. Now it's different for me because I'm a Muslim. We do things different. But if you're not a Muslim, you just kind of meet girls like you meet them in America, but you don't have to necessarily meet them in the clubs or in these little tourist areas. Now, I will say in other countries, people meet in places. I would say in foreign countries, it's easier to walk up to a woman, introduce yourself, and talk to a woman and have a nice conversation. Whereas in America, some women, particularly black women, you walk up to them, they give you the stink face, that kind of stuff. A lot of guys don't really experience that type of stuff in other countries.
But I think that's just somewhere, and I'm just gonna say this because, like, I've been to a lot of places within this country. Like I said, I've been through a couple places outside the country. I think it's just something about a different aura that you have too, because people know when you're a tourist. They know when you're not from there. So a lot of times they know when you might they could smell it a mile away, probably like, oh, this is American guy. He probably got some money too.
Yeah.
Like, let's just be real.
Yeah, but I have to let y'all know, as black people, you can as a black person, because when I came to the Middle East, they thought I was Arab actually, because they are black Arabs. There are Arabs who look like us. Guys are darker than us, blacker than me. So
no, I agree with you on that, because when I had 2 incidents. I said, man, I don't know if I ever want to go back to the outside of this country again. I was traumatized in Jamaica. I was almost traumatized in Israel too, because as soon as I stepped off the plane, and it was all women. They were just like, I mean, of like I mean, I'm talking about people that's like suited up, booted up, like they was like police officers, soldiers, like coming on a tour bus, and everybody, like I was with a group of people, and they like, why is it that every time we go somewhere, they keep stopping you? I'm thinking I'm about to go to jail. I'm not doing nothing.
Well,
usually my advice to people,
they've been at war for like the past 100 years or some shit, man.
Well,
no, I know that. No, I know all of that, but and that's the thing. It's a war zone. I know that, but at the same time, it's just like they were specifically picking out me though. Out of
sometimes it could be your walk and all that type of stuff. But I tell people when they travel overseas, it's always good to find a local person to show you around. So the problem with a lot of tourists is they just want to stick to Americans or stick to Europeans or just anybody who speaks English. If anybody speaks English, say, "Oh yeah, I want to be with you." But no, if you befriend yourself with the locals, they will tell you like where places where you can find nice girls. They'll show you the culture. They'll show you, the dating rules. If you find a local guy and say, "Look, I'm here to find a wife," they would know what to do. Now, if you just say, "Oh, where can we go find some girls?" They're gonna take you to the pretty much the red light district, and every country has a red light district.
I know a guy from I actually grew up with him, man. Went to church with him, everything, man. He went to Africa, got married. I thought that was dope. It was like the reverse version of Coming to America. I see the pictures, all that. I was like, that's what's up.
So it all depends on what your goal is. If your goal is just to, find some women, you can find that anywhere. America. Now, some guys think it's easy to find a woman in a foreign country because culturally, they're different. And that's all it is. It's just, for some guys, it's easier to find a wife or a girlfriend somewhere else than in America. And listen to some of these guys here. Obviously, American black women, for a lot of guys, they're not compatible with them, even black guys. Now, I actually know I flip houses.
What kind of statement is that?
Hey, some guys are always complaining about it, but I
think you need to do it forensics.
Also in America, I flip houses also in America, and one of my contractors, he's a Nigerian guy, and he married an American black woman, and he was telling me it was the worst mistake he ever made in his life. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, "Oh, they this and that, and I'm going back to Nigeria and find me another wife." And he ended up just leaving her because he just couldn't take it no more. He said she was too mouthy or something like that.
Man, I think that's crazy.
And he'll like direct it toward me. He said, "Look, I'm divorcing your sister." I was like, "What are you talking about, my sister?" He's like, "No," because he know I'm Black American too. So he said, "No, I'm divorcing your sister. I'm going back to Nigeria."
Did they have kids?
No, they didn't. They were actually older.
Oh, okay.
They were around my age. She's like 45.
Hey, Marcus,
But see,
I think
that's
it's
because
crazy.
some of them prostitutes, though, they are submissive. Even the prostitutes out the country, they more. A lot of them, hey, have you ever? I know this. I know this, man. Even when I was in Jamaica, man, they husbands be pimping their wives, man. They be out on the track getting that money in Jamaica. They see them tourists, they tell them go get that money.
That's purely transaction.
Nah, for real. They do be doing it. Hey, but when you come to this, hey, how many women here you think gonna do that? And they married?
Look, if you're talking about prostitutes in Jamaica,
I don't think any.
I've known some guys. I've known one of my friends. His wife is not. She's not Jamaican, but she's from the Caribbean. Where is she from? I think Saint Lucia or somewhere. He met her at the. So if you want to look for a nice like island girl, you probably want an island girl who's working, not some prostitute. Maybe get a girl who's like a woman who's a nurse working in a hotel or something.
I mean, they
I
nurses
think
too,
it's
but they
crazy,
don't.
man.
That's a side hustle. They
I
still
think it's
nurses.
crazy how y'all dudes will act like y'all can't find a woman in an entire country. It's amazing to me how dudes be like, man, I gotta go to a whole different continent